will fight, fight till we won. We will bite, we will smite all through the night. We'll never sleep, never rest. Put the faith to the test, the self-obsessed, self-confessed, self-professed divinity, nobility. Your God is a fraud, so stop. We're done with the violence and the fury and the cruelty. I said we're done. We will win the war, we'll win the fight, the end's inside. All you see in us is barbarian, but all we want is to be equalitarian. We will rock, we will never stop, standing on the top of the hilltop, and we will mock, viciously, capriciously. We're tired of assault and the bigotry. You seem so full of wit and chivalry, but when we knock at your door, you'll break. We're done. We have fire in our veins, and we will break these chains. We're done. We won't be ripped apart. You will be burned and battle scarred. We're tired of assault and bigotry. We'll stand and mock you viciously. Through music we captivate. Through songs and words we propagate. We'll mock and smear and slander. Infiltration, propaganda. After years is finally resolution. It's time to start the revolution. We're done.
Hello everyone, hello and welcome back to Fumble, folks, with our long-form campaign, the Rapid Riders. A little bit of a different setup for me this week, as you can see. Hopefully you saw on Twitter. I am away at the moment, but we are going to continue to stream our campaign. Let me introduce you to our Rapid Riders. My setup is completely different, but I still remember our usual order. Should I go crazy? Different order this time?
Go wild!
Go wild! Well then, Phil, you're first.
Hi, I'm an potentially very pixelated Phil, and I play Dunstan Dewey Fairfoot as a little part halfling, part dew elf, and is a little ranger swarm keeper. Whose swarm of choice is usually burbs, but where we are currently, deep under the ground in the mines, he thought he'd been cut off from his bird friends, but in fact, he doesn't even realise that it's some kind of innate power, which is the mechanical power of the game we're playing, that makes him a swarm keeper. And ended up getting helped out by some bats in the last couple of episodes. So he's got that to deal with, but obviously a lot of other dangerous things around him at the moment as well. Yeah.
Cool. Ben.
Ben?
Yep.
Oh,
Crazy.
yes,
Crazy.
that'd be me. Hi, I'm Ben. I'm playing Zeke Boondiggles, the half gnome, half dwarf, half monk, half warlock. Currently lying on the ground, not quite bleeding to death, but not far away from it. Got my shit kicked in again. I managed to stop it though. Stopped it from walking forward at all. Hope helped because I lost my weapon while doing it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
I hope I don't die.
Hopefully not. Fingers crossed. Bree.
Hi, I'm Bree, and I play Diana. She's a sun elf, bard of eloquence / blade singer wizard,
Nice.
and I saved Zeke's life.
Yes.
Again.
Yes.
Cool. We have Seb.
So, hi, I'm Seb. I play Taxes. The humanoid of the group was once the only rogue of the group, but now is the inquisitive rogue / wise monk of the group. Yes. I stopped the golem thing last time.
You did. And last but not least, we have Doran.
Hi, I'm Doran. I'm playing Halite, everyone's favourite 16 foot tall currently, half giant. He saved Ben's life, Zeke's life, last episode as well. And he's no longer on fire.
No longer on
Yeah.
fire.
I mean, it's still time.
How did you get on fire, Doran?
I jumped into a brazier because my circle fit the circle. So it was like, it made sense. It looked good.
Good.
It wasn't the smartest move by me.
Well, we
No.
join our party underground in Burrowfirth, the indent mine that the dwarves are attempting to reclaim for themselves, or as you've learned as part of this rebellion. In the west, the dwarves are united around a couple of figureheads trying to reform or form a brand new clan under this mountain, new clanhold, clan borough. But here in the east, they have lost some semblance of sanity and are instead worshipping a being known as Kila, who's promised them power in the form of a beast beyond the bridge. The bridge that you have fought across with them, having convinced them to fight with you to take this thing down. Not sure what you want to do with regards to trying to release this thing. But for the time being, the Warcard, this hulking iron golem, lies on its back, the fires that kept it moving flat and unburning, as a victory cry from dwarves is ringing out, spittle flying from their mouths. There are only 4 of them left, including Octa, this priest, the Scale-born, this one with scales that's clearly much better at fighting with his halberd, and then these 2 of these sort of red beards. One of them looks extremely hurt. The rest of them are hurt, but they're not so badly hurt as that one. The adrenaline is causing the heartbeat to pump in your ears, but it is fading as you realize the fight is won.
Woo! You alright, buddy?
No.
Ow.
You got punched by a big guy there.
Yep. His fist was the size of my entire body.
I look at my fist and compare it to his body.
It is to your credit that it is comparable. You
Wasn't
at
me
this
this time.
strength, you're not much smaller than the Guar God. You're a little bit small, but not much smaller.
It wasn't me this time.
Yep. I appreciate that.
Still dumb.
I attempt to help Zeke up. Those of you want to be laying on the ground, just
No, just gonna lie on the ground for a while.
okay.
You hear a tink, 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 as Octa, this priest, walks up to you on the ground and says, "Dwarven brother, you will not lie there." And he will cast Cure Wounds on you to give you some hit points back.
Well,
Just
hell.
roll that now. Just a low level one, so you get 8 hit points back.
Nice, that's more than I had in total anyway.
Can we have a short rest? Is the question.
Yeah, mechanically, you can ask that, not Wolf. Yes, we should be ready. We should be in our strength when we visit this beast.
Exactly. I'm just
and
gonna have a bit of a sit down and just gonna have a drink and a snack. And we're just gonna wait.
Yes, we should be
A
ready.
few minutes.
Come, my brothers. Doctor takes the rest of the Redbeard cult, and he joins them around this thing. And he helps tend to their wounds as part of the short rest. You can roll hit dice and regain things. You see, he doesn't make much of a way to disguise it at all. You see as he puts his pickaxe underneath his hands like this, which you've seen him do before when he cast the sending spell before. And he begins muttering something. Anybody can make me a perception check to try and hear what he is saying.
Absolutely.
Yes,
Is
please.
he
Yeah.
right? Is he right next to me? No, I don't know.
Where you are currently, it depends. If you're like, it's going to be within like 20, 30 feet.
That's
There's
a
no
natural 20
room.
for a 22.
22, definitely hear it. Or
16.
16. 16, you probably
18.
wouldn't hear it. He's not being particularly subtle, but it's far enough away. He's not shouting it, he's whispering it.
18.
18, I think 18 would just about catch enough of it to know what's going on.
24.
24, definitely, you hear word for word. So most of you, including Diana, know what's going on.
Is it in English
he's-
though?
Oh, that's a good point.
Now in Gaul.
Because everything has been so far. You're welcome, Sam.
He would.
Yeah.
You know what? He probably would. Why
Yeah.
wouldn't he? So he says in Dwarven, which I believe only Zeke can understand.
Yeah, I can't
Zeke
speak
does
it.
hear him.
Oops, sorry.
He says, Graveil, we have... I'm not going to do his accent with this. Graveil, we have defeated the Golem. We are resting to arrive with you in our full strength. Ready the hammer. We will forge a new world this day.
I'm gonna
Oh boy.
slide myself along to whoever's next to me, and I'm gonna lean myself against the side of the bridge. Who's with me?
Sure.
Me. As
Yeah,
well.
I was gonna say.
I'll go.
Oh, jeez.
What's happening? What's all those?
Because of the hit dice coming up on...
All my hit
Oh,
dice
the
hit
hit,
at the
okay.
same time.
Does anyone here speak Gnomish at all?
Yes,
Oh,
I do.
No.
Wonderful. Then I'm going to turn and speak to Dewey in Gnomish, so then he can communicate it in Thieves' Cant. Exactly what was just said.
Okay.
Because I'm the only sod who can't speak this sodding language.
Yes, everyone else can
You
speak
should
these
learn.
apart from you. You're golden.
can we teach you? We could start
could.
teaching you.
Yeah, and then
Yeah.
I'll try and subtly indicate that to pass that on to the others.
Yeah, I'm still going to ask for a sleight of hand check. Not that they can't read, Thieves' Cant, you've determined that, but they're going to notice you doing the sign language,
Ooh.
unless you are.
Yeah.
Will they notice it with a flat 20?
Flat 20. They're not particularly watching you right now, they're focusing on themselves. So no, they do not seem to notice it or turn their head or say anything as that happens. So the message was passed across to you, but he just sent a message to Graveil, who you know as well as Siege, to ready the hammer for their arrival.
We kind of knew this was coming anyway. So
the you gotta remind me here. What we can see like in front of us.
You can see at the end of a bridge there is originally like a big cave-like pit. You can see now heavy word. Wide stairs look like they are 5 foot across each step of these stairs, descending down, down, down into the bowels of this mountain.
Right. Okay. So there's no door or anything. It's just going down.
it's just open.
Just open. The only door that was here was the only door that needed to be here, and you just killed it.
Ah, fair. Cool.
Is it a big enough space that thing could walk up and down it?
Yes, quite easily. It is, in terms of width, I'll just measure it here roughly. It is 30 foot wide, this cave. Cave.
Entrance.
Yes.
Okay.
You actually, based on the fact that you observed that, can you make me call this a straight investigation check?
Me?
Yeah.
Mm. Oh, that's an 8. That's shit.
8. It's
Yeah.
a really big cave, bigger than that thing needed to be.
Yeah.
That's about as far as you get with that for.
Okay. Well, I can kind of assume what that means. I think.
Yes.
Yeah. Cool. I will say in Thieves' Camp that they'll be healing. They'll be healing up. They will help us. So don't kill them just yet. But be on your guard, everybody. You translate that to the small one.
Everyone's small compared to.
You probably already know. I'll say in Gnomish, but yeah, and I'll relay that message.
They are going to burn all of their hit dice. They are going to.
I'm gonna do some hit dice.
And I burn most of my hit dice. I have 4 left.
I have 2 left.
Let's use all those wizard ones because they are so so small.
Sad.
So sad. I thought I got the one then, but
No.
I did not. Nothing happened anyway. Actually. Nothing. I'm gonna roll properly then.
A lot of people are rolling.
Oh. Great, that's a 1. That's a 6.
Is there any of those stone halberds lying on the ground?
Yes. One of these Scaleborn died in this fight, and their stone halberd has not been touched on their body so far. It is roughly where they are taking their long rest, just behind that, because the fight really didn't move from about 10-15 foot
That worked.
from where it was standing.
Yeah. Right. With that, then, I'm just gonna.
Oh. Shit.
You ready to come with me for a second, big guy?
Sure.
You are no longer massive. A minute has definitely passed.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Yeah. I am no longer buff to the 9s.
He's still 5 foot taller than me, so.
Not a raging, frost-swirling giant Goliath anymore. You're just a pretty big
Just
Goliath.
a man.
Just a man. Sure. What do you need, bud?
I'm gonna go get a weapon.
Oh, okay.
I'm just gonna wander over to the corpse and quite politely in Dwarvish just say, "Good effort, good fight. Thank you for your sacrifice," and then take the halberd.
Make a persuasion check. I'm going to say advantage because you have been hit and you went down. It's not like you stood at the back, let them die. The fact that you went down fighting is going to give you advantage in this check to take this weapon.
That's a second natural 20 for a 25.
25
Nice.
is going to do it. Even this Scaleborn, who you have thoroughly pissed off, gives you a curt nod as the rest of them give you enthusiastic, yeah, take it nods. Yeah.
It's gonna.
It is massive. It's built for a dwarf. You are a bit shorter than a dwarf, but it was big on them. It's really big on you. You can wield it.
That's fine. So just a regular halberd, yeah. In terms of
Yes, just a regular halberd without the magic of the one wielding it. It is just a.
Yeah, of course.
Okay. I have a potential thing to try while these people are doing short rests, but I want to run it by the DM first
Cool.
because it involves a homebrew spell, which we have talked
Yay.
about before. It's the Fairfoot's Flock, which I'm
Yes.
egotistically calling it, is like a reworking of a Flock of Familiars. So they have less abilities of the Familiars for like like channeling spells and things like that, but it essentially allows me to warg Game of Thrones style, to have up to 3 separate points. You summon a flock of birds. In this case, it would be some bats. Creatures summoned by this spell can telepathically communicate and share their visual and auditory senses, which would probably be quite weird because bats' vision and hearing is very different. I can only see through one of them at a time, but they can spread out. So I would potentially like to do that, to send some bats down the steps and see what's ahead of us.
Are you going to do it? You're going to mark off the spell slot?
Absolutely. I don't think I've cast any level 2 spells. It effectively takes the place of Web, which is one of the Swarm Keeper spells, but for someone who hangs around with birds, casting a web is a bit weird. But I'll mark off a spell slot for that.
Cool. You guys watch as descending from the stalactites of the ceiling, just a swarm of bats, forming 3 sort of spirals of swarms around Dewey. Just continue to spiral as 3 of them approach you, the sort of leaders, take the form of essentially the familiar that you can see through, approach and rest atop the body of the golem, the Guarcod, and look up towards you for orders.
And I guess telepathically, I just said, scout ahead of us. Let's see what's down the steps.
And they all of these 3 swarms of bats just descend like a torrent into the mouth of this cave.
I'll go over as they start to travel. I'll go over to wherever whoever is sat resting. Basically, I'll go over and sit next to them, and just be like, "I'm gonna be doing a thing. I'm not gonna be able to see. Can you just make sure no one hits me in the face? No one draw a willy on me." And,
so what in the holy fuck is that shit? Why bats? What?
I'll just kind of look at her and just not really have a response, and then just kind of go, and then my eyes just go like roll back in my head.
Fine.
You can see kind of well in the dark here, but you also feel yourself making a squeak. You don't have control of that, this distance particularly, and you can just feel the echolocation. Better idea. You are able to see or detect that this corridor carries on for a while. How long does that spell last?
It's concentration up to an hour, and it's quite running off the flock of familiars thing. It's something like a mile, I think.
Okay. You are focusing through their eyes, probably for the duration of the short rest. If anybody has anything else they would like to do, these things are flying for a while, a good near the end of the hour before you notice anything. What you do notice along the way, this is not natural cavern. This has been carved. The stone is carved. There are potentially depictions released along the side, but you're traveling too fast to be able to stop and really see what they are, and they don't look like they're important. Particularly at the moment, you're just rocketing past them. Each leader that you walk into is each seeing the same thing. There's no divestment in the path. It just looks like it keeps going down. You would notice it's not like a straight tunnel. There's no diverging paths. It sort of winds and twists. Vaguely northeast, where you know the peak of this mountain is somewhere in that direction. You think if you're not under the peak right now, that you're going to be at the peak by the end of this thing.
Okay.
Directly underneath the peak of the mountain.
Underneath the peak, okay.
But you're not quite to the end of the 1 hour yet. We'll do the rest of a short rest, and then we'll see what they find at the end. Yes.
As he's doing that, and as he's gone into his warg state, I was like, well, I wasn't going to, but... Diana!
What?
Don't you dare.
Pass me the makeup kit!
Don't you
I think it's on.
You have paint.
I think
You
it's in his
have painter
bag.
supplies.
Gonna go into his bag and find the makeup kit.
No,
Oh,
no, no,
Yeah.
no,
I like this to
because
give you painter supplies.
no.
He gave me a stupid mustache last time. It's my turn.
Oh no, I did.
Oh wait, yeah, no, I thought that was the other way
Oh,
around. No, you
no.
did, yeah. Oh, I thought it was the other way around. I thought you were doing it again. Oh yeah, no, totally. Go for
No,
it. Absolutely.
It's not how I thought revenge would come.
yeah, and I'm just gonna do 2 very large circles around the eyes, and then just drag it all the way down to the chin, back up, and with a line that comes down from his lip, straight there.
Mhm.
While that's happening, can
Yeah,
I
do
go over to the
something smart.
golem? Yeah. Can I
You go up to
investigate?
the golem whilst they are drawing. Well, they are creating art. Yes, of course you.
Can I
not.
investigate it for symbols and like age and things like that, and try to get as much knowledge from this golem to
Absolutely.
better
I'm going to
help
ask
us know what's
for.
deeper down there?
This is going to be an Arcana check. I think is the most appropriate to ask here.
Would I be able to help with the symbols, or do I have like 0 chance?
Not these
Okay,
symbols.
cool.
Got an 18.
18. You see runes that are similar to the draconic that is written on the wall in this place. Draconic runes, some kind of potentially draconic magic used to create this thing. You see, you have interacted with arcane items and magic items that produce fire before. You see that is a core to this thing. I mean, everything else seems to be using that fire to ambulate and animate this thing. Without the fire, this thing cannot function. That's the core of this thing. How exactly that magic works on an 18, you don't like, oh, I know how to make golems now, or I even know how I would go about it. It's literally a case of this golem used fire to power things, and if I had like charcoal drawings and I showed this to somebody, maybe I would be able to explain to them how I thought it worked. This is, on an 18, that's what you get, but you also realize that this is a marvel of magical creation. This is not something this kind of thing shouldn't exist within the Empire. And it is quite clearly hundreds of years old. Absolutely. You can see like iron, even though magically preserved, you can see the dust that has formed on it that has come off from this fight. This thing it's ancient. It's magic. This is from given what you have been like learning and operating around it, this prophecy, definitely could be from the time of Caradog and Algarok, sorry. Definitely, you think that'll be well within reason to say it's that old.
In that case, then, along with all the diagrams,
Based on the questions that you've asked me, I feel like that's the information.
I'm just gonna put all that in Tax's journal then, along with the diagrams you did earlier of
Cool.
just mapping out things.
Yeah.
I'm sure
I'm just
it's
gonna add a pubic hair here, coming out of the eyebrow.
Add a wart on the.
Oh yeah.
As your artistry and the hour is coming to a close, these things have these statistics at the back. I'm not sure how dexterous they are, but can you please roll a d20 for me, please, Phil?
16 on the dice.
16. You see quickly there are golden statues that begin whipping past. You see one that the bat's head turns, and there's a flash of light and it's gone. You walk into the one behind it. You can see in front of you that there is a jet of flame. It flies forward and it's gone. It doesn't reflect the flame. Go to the back one. It tries to go out of the way, and there is a jet of flame, and it is gone.
Yeah, I just telepathically, I'm like back, for them to save themselves.
Even on a success on the dexterity saving throw, I mean, I can roll the damage, but it's higher than a bat's hit point. Singular hit point.
Yeah, I called it up here. I was like, 1 hit point, 1 hit point.
And that was the statues.
I will say, make a perception check as you go into the last bat and try and get a look at these statues.
Using its perception.
Its perception. Its eyes, its location.
Yeah. Blinds. They have. I don't know how this works. Blind sight. I don't know. Riley, hang on a second.
I'll say the blind sight isn't going to.
Yeah, it's not really
help it. It's what's allowing it to make this perception check. Well, the jet of flame is what's allowing it to make this perception.
Yeah, I rolled 9, so I don't.
9. You get a brief flash through the flame of long horns and snarling teeth carved in gold before your vision goes and you see no more.
As long as he said carved in gold, it's fine.
I sort of,
Yeah.
sort of. Well, if there's any of them left, I'm like get to safety and then just incinerated.
They did that for you.
Shit.
Yeah.
You come to. Zeke is standing over the top of you with a paintbrush.
Zeke, my friend's just died. Okay.
Oh no, the bats died.
We've got a.
Oh no.
We've got a long walk ahead of us. At the end of it. Oh yeah, I say this to Zeke in Gnomish. I mean, they might pick it up, but I will be. Well, actually, no. I'll be like. Yeah, I will in Gnomish. I'll say like we've got a long walk ahead of us. And then I will, and then I'll sort of signal to whoever's around me that's in eyesight, in eye line.
I'm right next to you. Been like.
Yeah, I'll thieves can't trapped statues with fire.
Yay.
I could offer you a hand up.
And yeah, I'll get up and be like,
and just pull him in quite gently for a hug. Just money up to his chest, but.
It's the first. That's only that's the second time I've done that.
Yeah.
First time got us in trouble, and this time they all died. Okay.
Milo will come and jump.
And again, the emotional support monkey. Yeah. Yeah, thank you, Milo. Thank you.
Instead of, like... he doesn't hug, he just sort of... Yeah.
Slap.
I smack you till you're happy.
He ruins the balls a little bit on the...
Yeah, thank you, Milo. Yeah, thank you.
and just sit there. Yeah.
The priest, Octa, stands up and supports himself on his pickaxe, looks to rescue, sees what is going on, but cannot, it has not heard anything, just clinks over with the cane pickaxe. Are we ready?
I think so.
Are we expecting, like, any other of these things? And I just kind of kick the golem a little bit. Like, are we expecting any more of those?
Never travelled deeper. We've never been able to get past. But
you've not seen anything? Oh.
Uh-oh.
Wow.
Hey. He's back.
You looked so shocked in your freeze frame.
No, it cannot follow me here.
You know what? It just hasn't, though.
Yet.
He looks doing.
Oh, we haven't got sound back though.
Yeah,
No, we
haven't
have.
got sound.
we do. You don't.
Yeah,
We do.
it's just you, Phil.
Oh.
Oh, that
Yeah.
makes me sad. Okay.
Well, I was going to say he looks towards Dewey, so maybe somebody can pass us on to ask if they saw anything. Says, you sent Phil's bats down there. We saw them listening to you. Is there anything to be worried about?
Hang on a minute.
Yeah, exactly.
Octa is
To repeat for Phil,
Yeah.
Did your bats see anything down there that you want to tell the priest?
Oh no, I'm not going to tell the priest. No.
He specifically asked.
Oh, he asked me.
He asked.
He saw the bats go.
Yeah.
Yes.
I mean, he couldn't really
Okay.
make it.
I will say that we've got a long walk ahead of us. That we've got. It's going to be. It was about an hour's flight, so I imagine that's probably more than an hour's walk for us.
Bats don't fly super fast, as it turns out. I checked.
Can you hear?
I
Can you
made
hear him
sure.
now? Can you hear each other now, Phil?
I can't. No, so I
Can
think
we
I
go
might
to a
have to.
quick break and then sort it out?
Yeah, let's go. For
Tech
break. You guys
issues.
begin heading down into the mountain even further towards your destiny, and we will pick up.
See
Pick
you in
up
a
once we
minute.
have audio for
Yeah.
Phil. It's going to be the clincher there.
Cool. See you in a minute. Bye.
Cool. Bye.
Bye.
We will rock, we will never stop. Standing on the top of the hilltop, and we will mock. Viciously, capriciously, we're tired of assault and the bigotry. You seem so full of wit and chivalry, but when we knock at your door, you'll break. We're done. We have fire in our veins, and we will break these chains. We're done. We won't be ripped apart. You will be burned and battle scarred. We're tired of assault and bigotry. We'll stand and mock you viciously. Through music we captivate. Through songs and words we propagate. We'll mock and smear and slander. Infiltration, propaganda. After years is finally resolution. It's time to start the revolution. We're done. The time has come. We will stand together stronger than we've ever done. And like the sun, we will rise at dawn and never stop until we've won. The time has come. We will rise like the sun and we'll never run. And we will fight, fight till we won. We will bite, we will smite all through the night. We'll never sleep, never rest. Put the faith to the test. The self-obsessed, self-confessed, self-professed divinity, nobility. Your God is a fraud, so stop. We're done with the violence and the fury and the cruelty. I said we're done. We will win the war, we'll win the fight, the end's inside. All you see in us is barbarian, but all we want is to be equalitarian. We will rock, we will never stop. Standing on the top of the hilltop, and we will mock. Viciously, capriciously, we're tired of assault and the bigotry. You seem so full of wit and chivalry, but when we knock at your door, you'll break. We're done. We have fire in our veins, and we will break these chains. We're done. We won't be ripped apart. You will be burned and battle scarred. We're tired of assault and bigotry. We'll stand and mock you viciously. infiltration, propaganda. After years is finally resolution. It's time to start the revolution. We're done. The time has come, we will stand together stronger than we've ever done. And like the sun, we will rise at dawn and never stop until we've won. The time has come, we will rise like the sun and we'll never run. And we will fight, fight till we won. We will bite, we will smite all through the night. We'll never sleep, never rest. Put the faith to the test, the self-obsessed, self-confessed, self-professed, divinity, nobility. Your God is a fraud, so stop. We're done with the violence and the fury and the cruelty. I said we're done. We will win the war, we'll win the fight, the end's inside. All you see in us is barbarian, but all we want is to be equalitarian. And we will rock, we will never stop, standing on the top of the hilltop, and we will mock, viciously, capriciously. We're tired of assault and the bigotry. You seem so full of wit and chivalry, but when we knock at your door, you'll break. We're done. We have fire in our veins, and we will break these chains. We're done. We won't be ripped apart. You will be burned and battle scarred. We're tired of assault and bigotry. We'll stand and mock you viciously. Through music we captivate. Through songs and words we propagate. We'll mock and smear and slander. Infiltration, propaganda. After years is finally resolution. It's time to start the revolution. We're done. The time has come, we will stand together stronger than we've ever done. And like the sun, we will rise at dawn and never stop until we've won. The time has come, we will rise like the sun and we'll never run. And we will fight, fight till we won. We will bite, we will smite all through the night. We'll never sleep, never rest. Put the faith to the test, the self-obsessed, self-confessed, self-professed, divinity, nobility. Your God is a fraud, so stop.
Hello, everyone. Welcome
Hello.
back. Everyone can hear me now. It's all good. And the party are traveling with the Redbeard deeper into the mine, deeper into the cave that the Iron Golem was protecting. Down. It is pitch black in the cavern. Anybody who doesn't have dark vision needs to have some way of seeing, or they're going to be stumbling blind.
Ruh-roh.
Yeah.
Ruh-roh. I can
Should I
go in the middle and I can loot bombs with a couple of people, or I don't know, just stay close.
I like a torch. Well, my
Or
pack,
you
so
could
I
do
will-
that.
Or just
That's
put your hand on my shoulder.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Would it be?
We've lost the Phil.
Wow. Wow.
He's lost in the dark. No.
He's gone.
Should I put a hand on the shoulder?
we're back. I think we're back.
This is what you get for taking your RP too literally.
Yes. The immersion.
My immersion.
Is that alright?
Anything. Hello.
Hello.
Put your hand on my shoulder, boy.
Stumbling in the dark then.
I'll put my hand on Zeke's head.
I mean, the hand is off and I looped arm. I'm gonna loop an arm.
I mean, come on. Like, the
Yeah.
offer is here and no one took it but Taxes.
Yeah.
That's fine. Whatever.
I mean, I did try, but I can see.
Can you see?
Yeah,
Since when?
since forever. Apparently, I just thought that I couldn't.
Darla will have to link arms with one. No, Darla links arms with.
Do you want to go on my shoulders?
It could get. Do you offer?
Do you want to get on my shoulders?
Yeah, Darla will climb up on your shoulders. I can't see anything, my love, but I will trust.
Neither can
you.
I. I'm trusting the Zeke.
Why am I on your shoulders?
She's gonna hit her head on
Garrett
this.
grabs your hand and guides you.
Yeah.
Is Garrick holding hands with Halite?
Yes.
this is
Fantastic.
completely
This is weird as fuck. That's fine.
stupid. It's 30 foot
How
wide.
far is
It
your
looks like
how
it's
far
30
is your
foot
dark
wide.
vision?
There's no chance of bumping into anything. Hopefully not. Anyway. Oh fucking hell.
How far is your dark vision, Diana?
30 foot.
Cool. So I'll go ahead then because I got 60 foot.
Just like that. I'm not the only one.
How are the Redbeards? Like, how's their vision?
They're
They're
dwarves.
dwarfs.
They're fine.
Dwarfs. All the assembled here are dwarfs. All the surviving here, I should say, are dwarves.
So
And
should
they-
we let them lead the way?
Yes. 100%.
Oh god, yeah, I'm not leading the way for everyone. I'm leading the way for us lot.
They are eager and keen to be
Yeah.
the first one into this mountain, and if you let them lead the way, they are more than happy to. They keep a decent pace. It is not like a sprinting, running as fast as you can. Your bats were going like dashing going, so it's still going to be like twice if you're going at a walking pace, if that makes sense. So you are stumbling in the dark blind for a good nearly 2 hours. As the only sound in here is your own breathing, talking, and the constant cling, cling of this
that
wooden
is gonna-
handle, this pickaxe
It's
hitting
going
the
to be
ground.
annoying for 2 hours, isn't it? It's the only
Yes.
thing you can see or hear in the dark. That's going to be like UK taxes, or is that annoying you too much?
I mean, seems I can't see anything, and that's all I can hear. So
It's pretty loud when you can't see anything.
It's gonna be really shit when we have light again and we all get blinded.
Thanks for the cheery thought, buddy.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Well, you guys can see something in the dark now. That's fine.
So
Am I
Let's
able
have
to?
that.
Sorry, Sab. Am I able to like have a good idea of when we'd be coming up to where the statues were?
Make me. I'm going to call this investigation or survival because you're either picking out landmarks and doing it by that, or you're literally timing it in your head.
In the
I'd
dark.
like to go with.
In the dark.
Yeah. All right, come on, survival. Come on. Oh, 19, which means 22.
22. You are able to time it pretty well. You get it to within 5 minutes. You know, okay, we must be coming up on it soon because I saw when I was a bat, I saw this relief on the side. Just when the sort of reliefs on the side of the wall started, that's 5 minutes before they got.
Yeah, I say to I would say to
You actually know because you're blind. You're blind. So
yeah, I would say to Zeke.
You'd have to say.
One of the things they spotted were carvings on the wall. So let me know if you see any of those, and it might be worth lighting a torch to check that out.
Yeah,
to
then I will. Sorry.
To Zeke, yeah, that's fine.
I will keep an eye out for them then.
When you are nearing the end of these 2 hours, the dwarves, Zeke, Diana, and Garrick, the reliefs begin appearing on the walls. I will describe them before you decide what to do. You see a gargantuan dragon breathing gouts of flame down onto cowering fields of humanoids, men, elves, dwarves, halflings, depicted on both sides, equally clearly carved to be like perfect reflections of each other. This thing looks horrifying in its magnificence as it is breathing fire down onto the gathered below.
What do you see, buddy?
Uh-oh. Nothing. Just
A warning.
Ahead of you, you hear, "It's beautiful."
no, yeah.
Dead.
You
I'm
can't
just
see.
gonna mutter to them.
things.
It's death.
Does anybody mind if I light a torch? I kind of.
Nope.
And I'm literally
Don't do that.
I'm gonna grab him by the wrist, and I just
Okay.
quite not hard enough for it to make you yelp or anything, but quite firm enough that you know not to.
Okay.
I'm going to
Feel like
cast
maybe
a
now.
message to Dewey in my head and say, Harlight's afraid of dragons, you dum-dum.
He can't see it. He doesn't know that it's there.
I know, but if you light a torch, then you see
But
it.
if you like it, yeah.
Fucking no.
And sorry, was that into my head?
It's
Or-
into your head. No one else's. You.
Is
Harlight-
that one of the spell? Is that the spell you can reply?
Yes.
Okay, I'm very scared of being in the dark when there's statues that are going to be trapped with fire.
Yeah, but I'm pretty sure you can see them
We'll see that.
lighting up
I won't.
the people in front.
True. True. Okay.
Don't you roll dice over there? I saw that.
Can't tell he's bluffing or not.
Right. Okay, here we go.
What?
The carving.
Mm-hmm.
How old does it look?
He's a dwarf.
I don't unfortunately have stone cunning.
Damn it!
You can
The
lick
one
it.
time it would be useful.
I know.
know.
You can lick it and see how old it is.
Well,
It's either going to be investigation or history. Is there a difference in your character sheet between those two? Because it will help me if there's not, but otherwise I will
Nope.
try and... No. So I would say...
0 for both.
0 for both. That is roll a d20.
Screw it, let's go with history. It'll be the first time that Zeke has ever rolled a history check.
History is more like, what is this depicting? When would this be? Investigation is looking at the actual stone. 3. Either way, you're so focused on trying to keep Halite from seeing this kind of thing, but you're like snatching glances towards it, but you're quickly moving your party beyond it. You know what it is, you know what it's depicting, but you know the creature that it's depicting in terms of it is a dragon, but beyond that, you really aren't able to glean much.
Okay.
So you're swiftly moving your party forward. Yes, Bree.
Yeah, are we am I able to see like what kind of dragon or
In
We-
the grayscale dark vision,
yeah.
it is just
I haven't.
Right.
You can.
Stone.
What's it firing out of its mouth? What does it look like?
Yeah.
as a player. I'll say that you can ask that. It is definitely jets of flame that are depicted.
Great.
Yeah.
So it's only like 3 options.
Do we know?
Gold,
Do we actually?
grass,
That
and
is a question. do we know that there are different dragons that breathe different things?
Highlight does, probably.
Make an Arcana check, or
God.
maybe even a Nature. I can see how history would apply here. This is
History.
all, but I feel like Arcana is the correct stat to choose for best one, where you're going to have the lowest DC to get an answer, if that makes sense.
Arcana.
Yes.
Can ask highlight.
Knowledge of magical
But
beasts.
Sam, dragons aren't real.
Wank. 12. Ugh.
You know that there are different kinds of dragons. Certainly, you know that they are.
But not
The nature
which
of them
ones.
changes by their scales, and the way that their power manifests changes as well.
By the
To
color.
be able to categorically list the different kinds of them on 12, certainly you know that Algarok, you've lived in the Empire a very long time, since its formation. You know that Algarok was a red dragon that breathed flame. Other dragons you're struggling to remember as much, but because that is so deeply entrenched in Colovian history, Algarok was a red dragon.
Cool.
A gargantuan red dragon.
I've read
Dear.
your lore.
You pass another set of reliefs. You see, again, a gargantuan red dragon. Rather than breathing jets of flame upon fleeing humanoids deep beneath them, you see them. The best that you can interpret it is almost a level of familial intimacy. You see the head pushed up against a smaller dragon, the two heads butting in that way. It doesn't look aggressive like they're fighting, it looks like they're pressing heads together. A smaller dragon beneath them. Still large, but not as gargantuan as they are.
More than one. Oh man.
Again, perfectly reflected on the other side of the corridor.
I would like to whisper this into Taxus's ear.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
No, you
Perception
can't
check?
hear it.
I mean, it's fucking silent down here.
Look at
and-
yeah.
There's just the occasional tink of this
Like-
pickaxe being used as a
Like,
cane.
your ears would be very much heightened to sound if you can't
Well,
see
what-
shit.
Depends on
You
your.
hear, you might hear whispering. You wouldn't be able to necessarily make out what's being said, but that's at a push. You're not being held. You're being held by Garrick, and you're further up.
Yeah, we're in front of you. Or behind, whatever.
Sure.
Matter.
You get off this time.
Damn right. Is Zeke telling Dewey or anything? No? Should I tell Dewey? Taxus, should I tell Dewey?
How close to Dewey's highlight? I feel like highlight's trying to listen to us.
Well, yeah, but
Dewey is holding my hand, while Highlight is holding my head.
Highlight would hear.
Maybe 6 feet away. In
no,
terms
as
of the
in
difference
it'll be
between their head.
message. It'll be
Oh,
it'll be in
that's
his
fine.
head. I
Oh,
will
that's
say in his
fine.
head. I'll be like, there are cave paintings of dragons on the wall. Don't say anything or do anything. Okay, bye.
Try and do a roll to figure out the cave paintings. Like, just based on verbal description.
This is going to be pure history, and you're going to have to roll really fucking well.
And I have advantage on that. That's history.
How do you get advantage on history checks?
Because of my monk subclass.
Oh.
That's a
Yeah,
26
boy.
anyway.
26.
I described it
That's
really
a-
well,
That's
actually.
19
so.
and 19 of advantage. Jeez, you could have only rolled better than a natural 20. Oh.
I
That'd be
described it
fucking
really
fun.
well.
You did.
Yeah. You're muted.
Am I muted?
No.
You painted a good picture.
Doran is muted, Ben is muted, you're all
Ben is
talking,
muted.
you're all talking, saying stuff. And I
The
think maybe
picture is
Phil was
described
saying
to you.
something as well.
The last little thing itching in the back of your head, this prophecy. She will return to Aglonia in flame and fury to enact my fury. Why would Algrok
yeah.
make a prophecy and then refer to someone as she, as someone else? You hear a description of a dragon with a smaller, familial-looking dragon. You don't think you're
got a
marching
kid.
towards... You don't think you're marching towards Algrok. You think you're marching towards the daughter of Algrok. You think that's who is imprisoned down here.
Yeah, it's got a kid.
I whisper that to Diana. I'm like, it's not Algarov, it's the daughter. That's why she's
Yeah.
angry.
On the
That makes
26th?
sense.
Classic parental revenge story.
Yeah.
God, would you even know her name? You might know her name.
Taxes tingle.
Yeah.
Read it in a book.
Yeah.
And those.
You remember reading the old history of Colovia, the deleted history, where it was a difficult fight rather than an easy win for Caradog Calvia. And you remember none knows of what happened to her daughter, Merchatan.
I will whisper
I
that.
know. I'm bastardizing Welsh quite a lot.
Merched Tan. Cool.
I will whisper that to the Welsh speaker in the party. I'm not going to attempt to say it.
Merched Tan or Merchtan? Merchtan?
Merchtan then.
Merchtan.
It's more like the A in there is almost meant to be the E also of, if that makes sense.
Merchatan.
Yeah, so Merchtan.
Merchta. Okay.
T-A with the accent N.
Cool. I will relay that to Dewey also. That it's the child of the
Just like,
dragon.
oh, great.
That's not as big, I guess.
About.
Daddy.
Uh?
I mean, it's going to be revealed at some point, but that's a good roll. Respect.
Yeah. It's not as big, I guess, so,
Okay. At this point, the dwarves are leading because they're more excited, but the person first ahead with dark vision would be Zeke. Zeke, you see, it's all grayscale still, but you see jutting out of the wall in front of you, maybe 10 paces ahead of the dwarves. You see a statuesque head of a dragon glinting in the non-existent light, clearly made of some kind of metal, with an agape mouth and eyes just staring directly forward. It's almost you're reaching a crossroads where it seems to wrap around sort of to the left and the right, but you can see how they curve and it might meet again in the middle. And there are dragon heads on either side, and the dwarves are headed straight for it.
I am just going to stop and just put my hand out so Diana can see the stop.
Okay.
And I'm just going to let them walk forward first.
Okay. You all hear in the dark. Zeke stops you.
I don't want
and,
to stop. I don't want to stop. I want to walk slower.
Okay, you walk slower to keep a pace, to keep
Slower.
the illusion that something isn't wrong.
Yeah.
Garrick follows suit, keeping Darla riding on Halleck's shoulders, just back a little bit. You, with no vision, all with limited vision, watch as they just go tink, tink, just step past the first dragon heads. Tink, tink. As a gout of flame occupies the entirety of the cavern ahead of you, you all see these golden dragon heads burning fire coming out. They're going to roll dexterity saving throws.
Halite screams. Halite screaming.
No. As there is a torrent of flame as they rush forward. Which damages this because they went deep.
Please, can they die?
They're probably resistant to fire.
No.
They're probably resistant.
They're resistant to stone, Doran. God.
You
When they lick it.
God. Okay, hold on. He's.
Can I make sure that we go in front so that I can use my really high deception and go, oh no, we didn't know that was happening. Oh my god, what's happened? No.
You can absolutely do that.
Can Halite give advantage because he's completely scared and terrified and really convincing that he has no idea what's happening right now? He has no idea.
None of them have been cut down, but they are continuing to run. The fire is not stopping. They've clearly gone further and it's still going as they come back. They're going to roll again. Success. Fail. Oh my god.
Uh-oh.
Dewey, you think you're back, friends? Oh my god. Okay. You watch as Octostomba, the priest, is incinerated in front of you. One of the other Redbeards is completely incinerated as well. The one wielding the halberd manages to crawl through, but they are badly burned. And one of the Redbeards also just about makes it back through. Again, quite badly hurt. Just patting out the fire that is encapsulating them. The fire is still going for a few more seconds as the bright light illuminates the cavern as they just look back at their dead companions and look towards you. Make that deception check.
An advantage question mark? Because Halite is fucking screaming.
Ah!
Oh yeah, have advantage because a lot of your party did not know that was about to happen.
No, that was...
But more manly than that, because Halite.
There's a natural 20!
I like
Came
to
out
think
of
that
jail.
it's incredibly unlike Halite.
Yeah, it is very much.
You have been redeemed. You can stay for a little bit.
Yeah, they do not beat that, obviously.
Which means I got a 31!
Yeah, they got a 12.
Gotta say that.
It's like, I can close these tabs because they don't exist anymore.
Yay!
You see the fires begin to dim down as they look towards you and then look towards their friends. As the pitch blackness returns, you have to adjust your dark vision for a second, going so bright to so dark. They are walking towards you in concern, but it doesn't look like aggression. Their weapon is holstered. They're like, what do we do?
Nobody move!
What the hell? What was that?
Yeah, if you say nobody move, they just stand still, realizing, oh shit.
Well,
Sam,
Can I
do I
light a
know that was a
torch?
statue, or in the chaos, could it be anything?
Make a perception check.
Oh, for the love of... Oh no. Halite.
That is 4.
Oh, for
Fucking multiple golden-headed dragons. They weren't moving, but they were... there was a
breathing fire
flame coming out of them. You have heard horror stories of these things all your life.
Halite is he's crowds immediately go to his comfort place. He's raging immediately,
oh Christ!
screaming.
Going
You
through
can,
a rage, lightning comes up with your arms.
You can light your torch now, I guess.
yeah, I will light a torch and be like, right.
Okay.
He's
We
hyperventilating.
need one. There's like 4 bonfires in front of us with the burning corpses.
That's Fucking no.
I'll
There are several bats as well.
just kind of holding that back, and I'll just be like, Halite, look at me,
I'm gonna go and talk to
look
him.
at me.
He's not. He can't look. He's looking at everywhere else.
I will go and talk
make
to
a
him
wisdom
if they
saving throw to
give me
try
a
and
chance.
regain your
That's fine.
composure.
Thank you.
Hmm?
That is a 8.
There are dragons.
We
There are
gotta get out of
dragons
here.
in front of you. You can't see them at the edge of this torchlight, but you know they are there waiting in the darkness. And they just killed a bunch of these dwarves without a second thought.
We gotta leave now. Maybe if we don't go any further into its territory, it won't come after us.
Okay. We need to take you to a side, and I would like to, I want to take Halite to the side and sit him down, and I'm gonna tell him.
He's too on edge to sit down. He's like,
I'll try and get Tax's attention and be like, right, we need to figure out what triggers these traps and how we get around them, don't we?
Already on it.
Cool.
Right.
And it's that moment, like, Milo will come up to you, Halite,
he
and
jumps as soon as like something touches him that he's not aware of.
Bang!
No, he doesn't do that.
yeah, don't
Don't
please don't
slip,
call me monkey. Just the pat.
Make a wisdom saving throw with advantage.
Oh, emotional support monkey.
For who?
For door.
Oh, double
Halite.
14. 13.
Oh yeah. Wait, hold on. This is 27 on. Oh yeah, 14 plus 14 for some reason is still on there.
Oh.
15.
Weird.
15.
It's 13 because it's -1.
13. Where's it? Oh, I don't know what let's do it now. -1. Okay.
That is
13.
weird.
You gain some composure. You're not yourself, but you're able to shut up and listen to people.
Yeah.
Good.
He like shakes and looks down at you.
Hello. Hi. You okay?
No.
Okay.
Why are we going here for?
Hey, Halite.
It's okay, buddy,
Halite,
this-
tell me what
traps.
tell me what your favorite thing about Sarai is.
The people? I don't know why that's relevant right now.
It's always relevant. Now that he's not thinking about dragons. What's your mom's name again?
I can't remember.
What's your favorite Nemesis song?
Oh, better than you.
Okay.
More like you. I can't remember.
Okay.
That is a good shout. As you say that, Darla on your shoulders says, why don't you sing it, my love? Why don't you sing it?
Halite will not sing it. Halite will sing it, but Doran will not sing it.
Dawn, that's fair enough. As you start putting down the sort of the lyrics and the sort of going on, Darla starts strumming along on her lute. It's not the same rock and roll punk rock, but it is her using her counter charm. You have advantage on saving throws against being frightened. It's not perfect, but it's almost like an acoustic version of Less Than You. Make another wisdom saving throw. You have advantage again. And this time the DC is lower because of Marla helping all of your friends around you.
13 again.
13 again. I would say from the position you got previously, you're calming yourself.
Lightning just kind of dies down.
Alright.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, what are we gonna do? These
Okay.
things are unstoppable.
Okay.
Well, they're not
so-
unstoppable, but you know.
Exactly, they're not unstoppable. And I will tell him everything we know essentially.
You knew this the entire time?
We guessed from what you were saying and from the pictures on the walls. We didn't know
Why didn't you tell me?
because we wanted to be sure before telling you, and now we are sure because there's dragons there and they just killed those people.
Right.
Okay.
Right. Okay.
You see the halberd-wielding dwarf is listening intently. It is a dragon thing. I've fought it, I have felt it, but now I know it. They look towards their dead companions. They would not want us to stop, but I do not know a way past this.
We're gonna figure that out. Well,
Yeah, it's like a trap, isn't it? So there's got to be something that triggers it. And
Oh, right. Okay.
but
Sorry, I thought they were
need
real
you to
dragons.
know. Yeah,
We were just walking
need
through.
to
We
know.
didn't feel anything underfoot. We didn't feel any. I didn't feel any trip. I feel like
We
not.
need you to know that just because it is a dragon, that it's not unstoppable, and that, yeah, I don't know, just, it's scary.
Not unstoppable. It's a dragon. Keela has granted us a powerful weapon indeed.
And that as well. It is our friend. Okay, highlight. So, yeah, that's it.
Dragons are not friends.
In Thieves' Cant, can I just maybe squeeze his hand or something?
Yeah, you can squeeze his hand.
Just, they're friends.
Right. He bites his tongue and says nothing and just nods.
Yeah, good.
On the edge of the torchlight, you can still see these golden statuesque heads. As you move a little bit closer, you can see these golden statuesque heads of these dragons, mouths agape, eyes looking perfectly forward.
Can we do like an investigation to see if there's any triggers or sensors that they are relying on?
Yeah, make an investigation check.
come on, taxes.
16.
On the 16, you really can't see any pressure plates, any tripwires, anything like that. You try and look as far as you can in the torchlight. It's difficult. What you can see, as I said, these parcels like split them and reform. Around the outside, you can see that they're easily going to reform the way they have to curve. But at the center point of the split, there is a difficult to spot relief of a dragon's mouth looking directly towards you. It's less of a mouth, less of more of a head, like front profile from above, the horns curling up. On a 16, you think there's something unusual about the brow of this dragon. You'd have to get a bit closer to figure out what exactly. But you don't think as far as the dwarves walked. You don't have to go that far, but there's something about the brow of this dragon that's unusual. It's not right.
You have to go
a bit far away.
You have to go past where the fire came out to get to it.
Past where the fire came out, definitely, but not beyond where the dwarves seemed to actually set off the trigger, if that makes sense. If something set off the trigger, you would be in the fire, but it seems like the dwarves walked past this point without triggering it. Yes. I think Ben just about had his hand up.
Nope,
before.
after yourself, Bri.
What are you gonna say? I was gonna say, can I do all of these rogues, every single one of them have like fucking ball bearings or something?
A whole fucking magic bag.
There you go. Cool. Ben, what were you gonna say? Was it along the same line?
I was going to get Scar to go fly over to it and then look through his eyes.
Cool.
Okay.
Can I do the ball bearing before he gets incinerated?
Yeah. You huck a ball bearing down there. Ting, 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 ting. Ball comes to a stop. You know it went past where the dwarves were, and that hasn't set it off.
Right.
You walk into Scar. You fly up, and he just sort of has to like hover fly. Does Scar have dark vision? Yes, they do, because they are not quite a raven. You see through their eyes, and you read following. It is written in common, an old form of common, but it might not be, but you're certainly reading it as common. your strange pact working its magic. You read, "Strike me, and I'm sure to crack. But smile at me, and I'll smile back."
What was
I
the
will
first
repeat
part?
that. I will strike
me, and I'm sure to crack. But smile at me, and I'll smile back.
We could try striking the.
Shit. Do we have to? Do we have to go in without weapons? Is that something that we might? I don't know. I mean, I'm not gonna try it.
I'll try it.
Nope.
Buddy,
Well,
you
that-
are a weapon.
You
We'll literally hand the halberd over to someone.
No, I gotta
"Here
think
you
about it a bit
die.
before you can't just. Yeah.
I mean, the bats didn't have weapons.
No, but
They did that.
That's
True.
that is true. But they didn't look at it.
They
Could
also flew through the area, and that not touching the ground didn't seem to help them either.
Yeah.
Just as a note, Highlight didn't know that the bats exist. He saw them fly through, but he didn't know about the traps. So that was me saying it, even though I said it in Highlight's
Yeah.
voice.
There are bats on the floor here, roasted bats on the floor, so yeah.
Oh,
Like,
Are they good to eat?
Not as many
still?
as you sent down, certainly not as many as you sent down. But there are some bats.
Are they good enough to eat?
They are barbecued beyond belief.
we do not need D&D COVID. All right, we
Yes, no COVID.
Well, I mean, you gotta cook them properly, and then that's fine. Anyway.
No virus could survive. Just a dragonfly.
Yeah.
Do you think it needs us to look at it?
We can't strike it. We can't force our way through. Maybe we ask permission. We'd be polite.
Could be polite.
Ask permission beforehand, before just waltzing our way through. The bats flew through, they ran through.
Uh-huh.
dragons hate people fucking with their territory.
We
This
acknowledge them.
isn't the dragon's territory. This is the dragon's prison.
Yeah.
What do you reckon then?
You see, one of the dwarves says, "I'll smile at it. I'll smile at the red beard. It's been very badly burned, but he's quite clearly stark raving mad. I'll just smile at it. That's what we have to do."
Oh, how about asking it for permission?
Yeah.
Ask,
Yep.
keep eye contact, smile at it with those pearly yellows,
Red
and
Smile away.
Yeah.
Smile away.
Go for it,
see
man.
if.
You do you.
But
The
it's a risk.
halberd wielding one steps back, like, no, wait, you weren't even in the area because you sent Scar forward. This red beard, very badly burned, just smiling at the dragon, smiling at the statues. You watch as they get to about the same point, and I don't even need to roll a dexterity saving throw. Another jet of flame lasts a few, maybe like 12 seconds again, but just there is no more.
Is there anything that happens just before that?
Make a perception check.
It rolled off a 17 onto a 3.
I also make
That's a
one.
5.
Paying attention to that.
Yeah.
You also can pay attention to that with a perception check.
Can I pay attention to something else?
Like investigate, depending on how you sort of look for. What was the question, Doran?
Can I pay attention to something else? Of like the flame, where is it going? How far does it spread out? Like,
It just seems to come out and jut out and spread in like a huge cone from each statue. So it's just flooding the corridors, if that makes sense. It doesn't. But make a perception check as well.
So I got 23 for investigation because I've been paying attention to the brow of the dragon in the back to see what's happening.
The brow of the dragon.
Yeah, I want to see the eyes, to be honest. I do investigate.
On a 23. Yeah. On a 23. On a 5 of perception, how about you see nothing? But on a 23, looking at the dragon specifically, you see as the flame juts out, the eyes light up for just a moment. There's almost like a delay. And then they go down again. There's something to that, but you'd have to get closer maybe to the dragon to see what's going on there. It was not quite a delay so much as the flame wrapped around, it seemed to come from the sides and rejoin in the middle, and then as the flame disappeared, it went the same. There's something there. Maybe a clue to figuring this out, rather than the answer, but there's a clue there.
I could just chop people across.
It is hundreds of feet. You can see dragon statues going past.
Never
Oh,
mind.
they are. Okay. Yeah.
There are at least 3 dragon head statues on each side. That seems to cover... I did have a map in case you could have decided to betray them in here. At least 100-foot path going around. Might as well move you over to the map. Might as well. There's no relief of a dragon. You can't see that where you're getting the clues from. But I'll move you over to this map.
What was the clue that you said?
So the main thing that has been said is strike me and I'm sure to crack, but smile at me and I'll smile back. And the other thing that you noticed is in the flames that erupted, the same orangey fire seemed to be visible in the eyes of the reliefed dragon where you got the clue. But it doesn't look like, I would say on a 23, it doesn't look like it's coming from inside of the face of the relief, if that makes sense. There's something going on there.
There's a spare halberd here now, right?
You still have the halberd from the one that died way back against the other fight. The only dwarf left of you from the Redbeards is the halberd wielding one that you pissed off.
Does Halite have any spears?
He has javelins. I have a javelin.
Throw one and see whether it cracks.
I got
Can I
it.
throw a hand axe instead?
Yeah.
I throw a hand axe.
No, I was saying. Okay, fine. You use this one.
Okay.
Oh, sorry.
Stop.
No, it's fine. Because Seb messaged me and I was like, yes, and then and then you threw an axe. Like, yes.
We just had like a realization because we're smart.
Yeah.
I thought you were giving me permission.
Did you think of it at the same time?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Okay. Do we have one? You have one. Do I have one? I'm a vain elf. I have one.
Yeah.
Your inventories, I know you figured it out by that question, but check your inventories. And I did check them. Some of you do, some of you have bits that make sense that you do.
So throwing a hand axe at the golden head doesn't do anything.
No.
Damn
Guys.
you for using the Greek puzzle against me.
Guys,
Kind of Greek.
It's a mirror.
Yeah.
You take a mirror out. Strike me and I'll be sure to crack, but smile at me and I'll smile back. You take a mirror.
Oh, what do we do with
You
this
look
little-
in the mirror. Looking behind you, the path you came, you can't see anything. But as you turn around, you see that there is a path, a small path, not something you could really walk down with much ease, but certainly is very hard to follow without some kind of guide, that winds its way on both sides. Either side of it, you see magic particles of some kind of flaring up from the ground, only visible in the mirror. But you can see a path. You don't know if it's safe, but it certainly does not seem to have these strange magical particles around it.
I'll do it. I'll follow that path.
Yep, you take the mirror, you begin walking, always have to walk backwards, looking for the mirror for the safe path, and you continue to walk late with the mirror in your hand.
Same time, because I got a small mirror because of the feast tools. Can I just do the
Yeah,
same?
the Thieves Tool has a small mirror. I checked this on your character
Yeah.
sheet. It's small. You have to really be squinting into it as you're going. It's like designed for like looking under doors and that kind of thing.
I wonder if I can use my axe.
Yeah, you have a polished shine to your axe. You look at it, it acts as a mirror. I tried. The other thing, if you guys weren't getting it at all, I was going to hint at the fact that there were reflected reliefs on either side. But you're able to use your axe as a rough guide. You're a big fella. You have to really carefully watch your step, but you make your way through.
Is anyone who doesn't have a mirror?
We should have checked that.
Darla is on your shoulders, so Darla goes
Yeah,
through
I was
with
gonna
you.
say like, can I? Dewey is a bit too big. I'm not that strong or tall really, but I can get a piggyback to one of you.
You wouldn't be able to do it for me.
I can do it for multiple people.
Garrett has thieves' tools as well, so they have the small mirror.
I'll piggyback Dewey then.
How would my short sword do?
Have you used it recently? I feel like you have. It's fairly clean.
Against the first fight against the Redbeards that we had.
That was yesterday. The riddle's been solved. You have reflective surfaces. You're able to make your way. It's definitely easier for like a full vanity mirror. But the rest of you slowly. Oh, Phil's gone, but Phil will be back. You slowly make your way, winding around this path. You watch as this halberd-wielding dwarf. It's just a stone halberd, so they just follow very carefully, directly along the path that you follow. Rather than like looking in a mirror, they are just following your path, like your steps exactly. As long as you have a guide, essentially, it is doable.
Okay, as long as it's okay that they can do it. Does Zeke wanna piggyback with Halite?
Yeah.
You can do that.
Either shoulder, you've got halfling here, no dwarf.
I'm balanced out.
You have to watch your step carefully because you are, like I said, a big dude. It's a small path, but you have both of you are able to hold reflective surfaces and go little left, little right, and as you slowly walk backwards, looking in the mirror to check your steps as you walk through, and you are through to the other side.
Did Halite, Zeke, and Dala just invent like rear view mirrors?
Yeah. I was wondering if we could go for a break, and we're gonna try.
Yes, I was literally typing in chat how people feeling.
Okay, cool.
So let's do that. Let's have a break. Cool. But yeah, self-riddle.
Yay, that was fun!
Let's get like that.
Usually,
Thank God we have smart people in our party.
not very good at riddles, but that was good. Yeah.
So yeah.
Good job.
In case it wasn't clear, the eyes of the dragon were a mirror, and that's why the fire was reflected in that as the fire came up, if that makes sense.
Yeah, the second you said it, I knew it. Literally, the second they reacted, I got what was going on about it. It's the Medusa puzzle.
It's good, and most importantly, got rid of some of those Redbeards as well.
The boss Redbeard.
Yep.
Yeah. Only one left of you is that Scaleborn.
Oh
who
shit! There was nothing left of him, was there?
He's quite hurt from the fire.
Yeah.
His pickaxe head maybe still be there.
Oh, the priest is incinerated.
Ah, boo! I could have got his I don't know.
And didn't become a big flaming skull thing like
No,
very interesting.
Yeah.
Alright.
Let's go for a break then, and we'll sort some more tech issues out, and we'll be back again.
Cool.
See you in a bit.
See you in a bit, y'all.
Bye.
Bye.
all through the night. He'll never sleep, never rest. Put the faith to the test, the self-obsessed, self-confessed, self-professed, divinity, nobility. Your God is a fraud, so stop. We're done with the violence and the fury and the cruelty. I said we're done. We will win the war, we'll win the fight, the end's inside. All you see in us is barbarian, but all we want is to be equalitarian. We will rock, we will never stop, standing on the top of the hilltop, and we will mock viciously, capriciously. We're tired of assault and the bigotry. You seem so full of wit and chivalry, but when we knock at your door, you'll break. We're done. We have fire in our veins, and we will break these chains. We're done. We won't be ripped apart. You will be burned and battle scarred. We're tired of assault and bigotry. We'll stand and mock you viciously. Through music we captivate. Through songs and words we propagate. We'll mock and smear and slander. Infiltration, propaganda. After years is finally resolution. It's time to start the revolution. We're done. The time has come, we will stand together stronger than we've ever done. And like the sun, we will rise at dawn and never stop until we've won. The time has come, we will rise like the sun and we'll never run. And we will fight, fight till we won. We will bite, we will smite all through the night. We'll never sleep, never rest. Put the faith to the test, the self-obsessed, self-confessed, self-professed, divinity, nobility. Your God is a fraud, so stop. We're done with the violence and the fury and the cruelty. I said we're done. We will win the war, we'll win the fight, the end's inside. All you see in us is barbarian, but all we want is to be equalitarian. We will rock, we will never stop, standing on the top of the hilltop, and we will mock viciously, capriciously. We're tired of assault and the bigotry. You seem so full of wit and chivalry, but when we knock at your door, you'll break. We're done. We have fire in our veins, and we will break these chains. We're done. We won't be ripped apart. You will be burned and battle scarred. We're tired of assault and bigotry. We'll stand and mock you viciously. Through music we captivate. Through songs and words we propagate. We'll mock and smear and slander. Infiltration, propaganda. After years is finally resolution. It's time to start the revolution. We're done. The time has come. will never run, and we will fight. Fight till we won. We will bite, we will smite all through the night. We'll never sleep, never rest. Put the faith to the test, the self-obsessed, self-confessed, self-professed divinity, nobility. Your God is a fraud, so stop. We're done with the violence and the fury and the cruelty. I said we're done. We will win the war, we'll win the fight, the end's inside. All you see in us is barbarian, but all we want is to be equalitarian. We will rock, we will never stop, standing on the top of the hilltop, and we will mock. Viciously, capriciously, we're tired of assault and the bigotry. You seem so full of wit and chivalry, but when we knock at your door you'll break. We're done. We have fire in our veins and we will break these chains. We're done. We won't be ripped apart. You will be burned and battle scarred. We're tired of assault and bigotry. We'll stand and mock you viciously. Through music we captivate. Through songs and words we propagate. We'll mock and smear and slander. Infiltration, propaganda. After years is finally resolution. It's time to start the revolution. We're done. The time has come, we will stand together stronger than we've ever done. And like the sun, we will rise at dawn and never stop until we've won. The time has come, we will rise like the sun and we'll never run. And we will fight, fight till we won. We will bite, we will smite all through the night. We'll never sleep, never rest. Put the faith to the test, the self-obsessed, self-confessed, self-professed divinity, nobility. Your God is a fraud, so stop. We're done with the violence and the fury and the cruelty. I said we're done. We will win the war, we'll win the fight, the end's inside. All you see in us is barbarian, but all we want is to be equalitarian. We will rock, we will never stop, standing on the top of the hilltop, and we will mock. Viciously, capriciously, we're tired of assault and the bigotry. You seem so full of wit and chivalry, but when we knock at your door you'll break. We're done. We have fire in our veins and we will break these chains. We're done. We won't be ripped apart. You will be burned and battle scarred. We're tired of assault and bigotry. We'll stand and mock you viciously. Through music we captivate. Through songs and words we propagate. We'll mock and smear and slander. Infiltration, propaganda. After years is finally resolution. It's time to start the revolution. We're done. The time has come. and we will fight. Fight till we won. We will bite, we will smite all through the night. We'll never sleep, never rest. Put the faith to the test, the self-obsessed, self-confessed, self-professed, divinity, nobility. Your God is a fraud, so stop. We're done with the violence and the fury and the cruelty. I said we're done. We will win the war, we'll win the fight, the end's inside. All you see in us is barbarian, but all we want is to be equalitarian. We will rock, we will never stop, standing on the top of the hilltop, and we will mock. Viciously, capriciously, we're tired of assault and the bigotry. You seem so full of wit and chivalry, but when we knock at your door, you'll break. We're done. We have fire in our veins and we will break these chains. We're done. We won't be ripped apart. You will be burned and battle scarred. We're tired of assault and bigotry. We'll stand and mock you viciously. Through music we captivate. Through songs and words we propagate. We'll mock and smear and slander. Infiltration, propaganda. After years is finally resolution. It's time to start the revolution. We're done. The time has come, we will stand together stronger than we've ever done. And like the sun, we will rise at dawn and never stop until we've won. The time has come, we will rise like the sun and we'll never run. And we will fight, fight till we won. We will bite, we will smite all through the night. We'll never sleep, never rest. Put the faith to the test, the self-obsessed, self-confessed, self-professed, divinity, nobility. Your God is a fraud, so stop. We're done with the violence and the fury and the cruelty. I said we're done. We will win the war, we'll win the fight, the end's inside. All you see in us is barbarian, but all we want is to be equalitarian. We will rock, we will never stop, standing on the top of the hilltop, and we will mock. Viciously, capriciously, we're tired of assault and the bigotry. You seem so full of wit and chivalry, but when we knock at your door, you'll break. We're done. We have fire in our veins and we will break these chains. We're done. We won't be ripped apart. You will be burned and battle scarred. We're tired of assault and bigotry. We'll stand and mock you viciously. Through music we captivate. Through songs and words we propagate. We'll mock and smear and slander. Infiltration, propaganda. After years is finally resolution. It's time to start the revolution. We're done. The time has come. and we'll never run. And we will fight, fight till we won. We will bite, we will smite all through the night. We'll never sleep, never rest. Put the faith to the test, the self-obsessed, self-confessed, self-professed divinity, nobility. Your God is a fraud, so stop. We're done with the violence and the fury and the cruelty. I said we're done. We will win the war, we'll win the fight, the end's inside. All you see in us is barbarian, but all we want is to be equalitarian. And we will rock, we will never stop, standing on the top of the hilltop, and we will mock viciously, capriciously. We're tired of assault and the bigotry. You seem so full of wit and chivalry, but when we knock at your door, you'll break. We're done. We have fire in our veins, and we will break these chains. We're done. We won't be ripped apart. You will be burned and battle scarred. We're tired of assault and bigotry. We'll stand and mock you viciously. Through music we captivate. Through songs and words we propagate. We'll mock and smear and slander. Infiltration, propaganda. After years is finally resolution. It's time to start the revolution. We're done. The time has come, we will stand together stronger than we've ever done. And like the sun, we will rise at dawn and never stop until we've won. The time has come, we will rise like the sun and we'll never run. And we will fight, fight till we won. We will bite, we will smite all through the night. We'll never sleep, never rest. Put the faith to the test, the self-obsessed, self-confessed, self-professed divinity, nobility. Your God is a fraud, so stop. We're done with the violence and the fury and the cruelty. I said we're done. We will win the war, we'll win the fight, the end's inside. All you see in us is barbarian, but all we want is to be equalitarian. And we will rock, we will never stop, standing on the top of the hilltop, and we will mock viciously, capriciously. We're tired of assault and the bigotry. You seem so full of wit and chivalry, but when we knock at your door, you'll break. We're done. We have fire in our veins, and we will break these chains. We're done. We won't be ripped apart. You will be burned and battle scarred. We're tired of assault and bigotry. We'll stand and mock you viciously. Through music we captivate. Through songs and words we propagate. We'll mock and smear and slander. Infiltration, propaganda. After years is finally resolution. It's time to start the revolution. We're done. and we'll never run, and we will fight till we won. We will bite, we will smite all through the night. We'll never sleep, never rest. Put the faith to the test, the self-obsessed, self-confessed, self-professed divinity, nobility. Your God is a fraud, so stop. We're done with the violence and the fury and the cruelty. I said we're done. We will win the war, we'll win the fight, the end's inside. All you see in us is barbarian, but all we want is to be equalitarian. We will rock, we will never stop, standing on the top of the hilltop, and we will mock, viciously, capriciously. We're tired of assault and the bigotry. You seem so full of wit and chivalry, but when we knock at your door, you'll break. We're done. We have fire in our veins, and we will break these chains. We're done. We won't be ripped apart. You will be burned and battle scarred. We're tired of assault and bigotry. We'll stand and mock you viciously. Through music we captivate. Through songs and words we propagate. We'll mock and smear and slander. Infiltration, propaganda. After years is finally resolution. It's time to start the revolution. We're done.
Hello.
Hello? We back? Hello? Yeah, we are. We are back. Hi. Hello, everyone. We are back for the final part of our episode today, as the party have passed the flaming statues of dragons, having solved the riddle, to use a reflection, a mirror, in order to pass safely deeper into this, what is quickly becoming a dungeon or even a lair at this point. They travel deeper with the only surviving member of the Redbeards, who they haven't asked a name, but has a halberd, one of these scale-born, severely burned, but is still with you as you make your way deeper into this place. There is no longer that steady sound of pickaxe against the stone, but it is not as eerie, as there are sconces that seem to light themselves, similar to the braziers on the bridge, casting everything in bright light. You see carved walls and stone, still this 30-foot wide berth, a large tunnel that is getting ever deeper. You see, before too long, maybe 5 minutes in, there is a chasm, or more like a crack in the wall on your right-hand side. You see evidence of mining supports in there. You see uncarved stone on the other side, unmined stone rather than carved stone, if that makes sense. It looks like somebody has burrowed their way in here, as you much know somebody was planning to do.
Does any of this look familiar?
Make a perception check.
I'm good at these. Oh, 12.
12. You didn't spend too long in Siege's mine, and you don't even go too deep, but you recognize similar structures to how they were securing their mines with limited wood. It looks similar to that.
But also,
where Siege has come in through.
But also, is it matching anything on my visions as well?
The place here, carved stone, headed deeper into the mountain, not dissimilar to your visions.
We're getting closer. Are we sure we want to do this, guys? Like, they're really strong.
Siege is coming. We need to be there to greet him.
Yeah.
All right.
You've got a lot of catching up to do.
Remember, you're strong too. Right?
Yeah.
You continue.
You see highlight visibly shaking. Carry on, Sam. Sorry.
But you continue on your way. You all notice it doesn't take too much to see. There are not grooves, but just scrapes along the stone, and like something heavy was dragged into this place here. You recall that there were cogs and heavy bits of machinery that might have been brought down here. As you continue the path, you see a long, straight corridor. It looks, for want of a better word, it looks glorious. There are giant reliefs of dragons along the side. There are statues carved of stone in the countenance of majestic, powerful dragons. There is a large set of double doors on the very side. The thing that really strikes out is the one thing out of place, which is a slumped, small humanoid body that is lying maybe 60 foot away from you on the left-hand side with a small pool of blood around it.
Does it look familiar?
From this distance, in this bright light, you see a little gnomish body. You get close, you see it is split lick. They are lying there. They make a medicine check.
Guys, come on, help!
Can we make a medicine? I want to know.
Yeah.
Dad,
14 for highlight.
14 is enough to see the small body, the lungs, the chest is moving up and down. They are unconscious, and you see cuts made into them. You see something in their right hand, which they are holding onto. They are not dead, but they have clearly been knocked unconscious, and for the want of essentially death saving throws, are still alive.
I will do healing word then.
Okay, yeah, you healing word. Roll the healing, but as you do that, there's a
Second level.
second level. They clutch the wounds as they heal. They begin sliding towards you, just in Thieves' Cant. He's saying he's gone mad.
Yeah. We kind of guessed that.
Hug. Not too hard.
He grips you heavy. He says, I didn't see it coming. Otherwise, I would have gotten him better than I gave. No, I would have given better than I got. I think he even says that the confusion is like coming back to consciousness. Clearly rattled. The thing in his hand, he puts it into your hand, Highlight, and says, that'll stall it. I don't know for how long.
What is it?
The thing he's built, this hammer, that will stall it.
Hold it.
He signs again and says, I can't follow you in there.
No, bud. Let me handle them. I stand up, fucking staring down the barrel of this gun, down the tunnel.
In Gnomish.
Mm-hmm.
Towards Dewey.
Go for it.
Ask Diana, is it time? In Thieves' Cant, obviously.
I'll like, what? I'll look at Turner and sign, is it time?
What does this one final dwarf look like he's doing?
They are looking at this gnome they have never seen before, the blood around them, the fact you've healed them, and are clearly having a conversation. At this point, as they're watching you and not watching having this conversation, I've seen you do that before. I know you're communicating somehow. I don't know what it means, but I know you're talking. What are you saying?
You're so smart. Oh my god.
I'm just gonna turn. I'm gonna turn around to him and start talking to him in Dwarvish. Let's go.
Okay.
We're discussing things the same way that you were discussing, and I am purposely going to try and get him to be turning his back towards Taxes so she can stab him in the fucking back while I taunt the shit out of this bastard and tell him that his little fucking friend was a little piece of shit
Yeah,
as
but
well.
you asked Diana. Diana hasn't even thought about it yet, and now you're
We need to.
telling Taxes just she's not going to get it because she's
All
not
happening at once. Make a. This is. I'm going to call this an
No.
intimidation.
I'll stop. I'll say because I was waiting for permission to go.
Well, I'm just confused because how are you communicating? I'm confused.
Well,
How are you communicating all this?
I'm communicating in Gnomish to Phil. You are communicating in Thieves' Cant. I'm pretty sure that you get the insinuation of what's happening, and now he's having a go. So
Yeah. You do.
no, I'm asking: is it? Are we?
Well, you were doing a thing. I haven't
And that's why
done
I'm
anything
asking.
yet.
Yeah, that's why I'm asking. I will stop until the party agrees that it's time to go.
There is confusion. Like, there's legitimately confusion. Like, there's no avoiding the fact that it's happening in the parties who are saying this. It's not just us players. Clearly, there is something like confusion happening there. I think it's fair to say, especially as this Scaleborn is like, "What were you saying? What were you saying? What is going on? Tell me, somebody, please."
He's got no tongue. He can't speak. We speak with fingers and hands and shit. I can't do it. I don't know what the hell they're talking about.
Make a persuasion check. It's genuinely true. But at this point, Trust is wearing thin. They are the only one left alive.
Oh, that was so close. It was going to be a 19, but now it's a 7.
The Harbour comes out and around. I don't believe you. But I don't believe that you don't know.
Highlight's hitting with an axe.
Oh, okay, cool.
No,
I'll call that a surprise round for Highlight then. Yeah, chaos. It's genuinely, it breaks down. You try and explain it away. Wham, go for it. Is anybody else jumping into this? Because clearly tensions are erupting.
The second I see Highlight's axe moving, I'm going to do her as well.
I was just about to ask for crucial information about what we're going to find in there, who Kilo was and whatever, but that's fine.
You don't think they would know that because they've been with you this time. And they haven't been able to see beyond the Guarcod. But make your attacks.
Is it advantage?
Yes, they are.
Okay.
Yeah.
What is your dex?
Mine is +2.
Okay.
14.
We're sharing the same initiative anyway.
Okay.
I was going to try an unarmed strike for a 17.
It's 25.
17 and 25, both those hit.
Cool. Can I flavor mine first as a stunning strike?
Mm-hmm. Yes, you may.
Cool. You need a roll against it, Sam.
Yes, I do. Sorry. That's an 18 plus their con. They're going to not be stunned.
It's 5 points of damage from me then.
5 points of damage from you. I'm seeing with
13.
13 points from you. 18 off that. They're still standing. They are looking very hurt.
Flurry of blows then.
Yeah,
I have 2 attacks.
Oh yeah, then I'll let them go first then.
If I have a chance to interject as well, I'll be like, leave him alive.
Yeah. You've seen what happens when these things die. So it's not a bad call at all.
Well, as soon as that happens, you see Halley's fingers twitch, and then his axe flips around to the blunt side.
Yep.
A 19?
Definitely hits.
Information is one thing, but
11
explosions
points
are
of
awful.
damage.
11 points of damage.
Technically
Ooh, they're
bludgeoning.
looking hurt, but they are knocked down.
Okay, then
Yeah.
flurry of blows then.
Mm-hmm.
Almost feel sorry for this guy.
Yeah, it's pretty barbaric.
Oh, they're a
Oh,
cannibal.
well.
They're a cannibal cultist killer.
Yeah.
They're-
I'm also a barbarian.
Right, so one of them is a soft 20 and the other one is a natural 1.
20's going to hit. Natural 1 is not.
So the first one is a 5.
Okay.
Is he still up?
They are still up.
And then I am going to fumble rule it then.
Yeah, okay.
He breaks his
Um,
hand.
Sure,
He takes damage every time he punches.
sure, that's fine.
Alright. That is going to do it. As Oh, wait, hold on. That's highlights damage. What was your damage from the second? Sorry.
Second one was a 7.
7 points of damage. They are still up as you slam and break your hand across their scales. They are looking extremely rough.
Can I
This
cast
is
it?
essentially. Yep. Go for it. Sleep. Yeah. I mean, I think
think you probably
minimum.
A negative to
This dwarf just. I think it's 5d8, right? It has 4 hit points. You cannot fail.
yeah.
You successfully. They wham, and then you just sing a lullaby, and it drops to sleep, unconscious on the ground.
And I'm like angry, and I'm like, "You're just gonna beat him up until he dies? Is that what you're gonna do?"
He's
That
a
was the
cannibal
plan.
cultist who
They
is trying to release some colossal thing that wants to blow up the entirety of the world.
Yeah.
I was not going to let my friend be
they
threatened.
explode.
I've seen enough
So-
of my friend's blood today.
And they could have been a help until he wasn't going to be a help anymore.
Yeah. I'm gonna get a rope and start tying him up.
What is the point, Zeke, in you asking me all these things when you're just going to do whatever you want anyway?
I didn't swing first.
I did.
Is it okay? Is
Both
that
of you.
Apologies for us trying to keep you alive. I appreciate that. We're not.
alive, Zeke.
We're friends. We try to keep each other alive.
And
Like you have kept me alive twice already. I'm trying to help. I apologize that doesn't come across.
Okay.
You guys were
So
all speaking different languages. All I saw was him draw his weapon against my friend.
yeah, it was very confusing.
It's been a day. It's been a day, all right? Okay. Siege is down there trying to release something terrifying. We need to get in there and stop him. What is this thing Split Lick gave you?
Hal even looked at it. He looks at his other hand. What did Split Lick actually give to me?
It looks like a little metal device with a big red button.
It looks like the on switch.
It's a bomb, isn't it?
It
Could
doesn't
be.
look like a bomb.
I shake it.
You shake it. It doesn't. There's no rattling sound, which is unusual because he usually makes things with a rattling sound. So you clearly worked hard on this.
Aww.
Darla will say, "If you leave me with this one, I think there's something I might be able to do. I know it could be useful against Siege, but I've got this one. I know he's unconscious right now. There's something I think I might be able to do with my magics. Affect his mind. It's going to take time." But we can leave him here for now. How long does your sleep? How long is he going to be unconscious for?
Only about a minute.
So I am. Yeah, I've been trying to tie this guy up good.
A minute.
Yeah, I'm not going to be able to do that.
I mean, I could just knock him out.
We could just knock him out.
Right, he's a fist.
Hold on. We're about to go. We're about to face Siege, and you know I fucking want to sort that bastard right out.
Yeah.
But Diana's right. Let's get in there in the same headspace. What are we doing? Are we stopping him? Are we stopping this dragon?
I'm going to kill him.
Okay, so we're going to kill him. That's what we're doing. Are we all agreed? We even letting him talk?
Yeah, we should hear whatever ravings he's got while we try and get close enough to stop whatever he's doing, because I can't see there possibly being an explanation for what they want to do that is in any way good.
Okay.
But Hal, I know what you feel like, but just outright going in to kill him straight away, that he'll have information, he will have something.
Okay, then then what is our signal to go?
The most important thing isn't that we kill him, it's that we stop him. That is the key thing. We need to stop whatever this hammer is.
So what is our signal to go?
I can break his toy.
Okay.
I don't think it really
the sign.
matters if we have any signal.
So.
We're just gonna walk off it a minute.
Okay. So as we start. So, who's getting to the hammer? It's going to be a big contraption. Who do you want to be the one to do that, Halite?
Zeke can move faster than me, but I might be able to do more damage. I don't.
Okay. All right. Well,
I would rather go for Siege, but
he'll be his hammer is. He'll probably be close to it anyway.
Yeah.
The issue we have is we're focusing on the hammer, which I agree with, but we know Siege came in with their own army to move the hammer.
Yeah.
Not to give you more problems to deal with, but at this point, roughly, the Scaleborn. They try and move uprise. They can't. Their hands are tied. What is going on? Why did I fall asleep?
It's a tiring day.
What are you doing? They are going to try and strain against the binds. Not going to do it. They're trying to sort of push against it, and they cannot.
If I see a liquor flyer, I'm going to break every tooth you have.
I knew we couldn't trust you.
I didn't hear that, Sam. What did you say?
I knew we couldn't trust you.
You're the smart one, aren't you?
I'm just a. They don't respond with growl.
Tell me who Keela is.
Keela is your doom. Keela is war and rage.
No, I don't want any of that fluff. Tell me who Keela is.
Make an intimidation check with advantage.
We've been writing stuff for too long.
Information, goddammit.
Oh no, I know. It's just the fact that the first thing you might do was fluff.
Don't give me any of a page filler.
I don't need any of that exposition you're throwing at me.
Yeah.
How dare you give me law?
Mine is a +5. I've never used this before. 16.
Yeah.
They look suitably cowed by that. She is the voice that we've heard, the one that called us, the one that I don't know more than that. She is where the strength came from my strength. Well, that's my strength. My strength comes from a beast. But Octa's power, Graveil's power comes from Keela. She is a goddess. And you can see they genuinely believe that they are talking about a goddess here.
All right. Okay. What power does Graveil have?
He is a champion of Keela. He has sworn an oath to her service and to the conquest of a new empire. An empire forged from the ashes of Colovia.
Uh-huh. And what power do you Uh-huh. Again, that was a bit fluffy, I'm not gonna lie. But that's okay. I think we got some information intertwined with the fluff.
Honestly, I have a lot of fluff too. A lot of fluff like me. From my understanding, the beast grants me my power, but it's very limited in what it can do in that capacity. It's more like Keela channeling that through as well. And then they sort of look down to the scales that have formed part of his skin. And he's like, this was from the beast. This was from
the beast.
This was from the dragon. I know what it is. It's from the dragon.
I've been talking to a dragon this entire time.
Yeah. So okay. So you have any power, or is that like, do we have to kill you first and then it comes out? Is that a thing?
The fire on my blade, the fire within me that pushes me past the point of a normal dwarf's abilities, that is the power granted to me. Also, I think something might happen when I die. I don't know for sure. I've not actually seen.
Yeah. No, because you'd be dead.
You don't know for sure. What?
Yeah, I will.
Also, I feel like.
Yeah, okay, Karen.
I feel like, and you watch his face breathing deep, and the armor the scales begin to heat up, similar to when you were grappling them, and you see the ropes begin to singe, and you just.
I knock out.
As they've realised they could try and escape. Yeah, not enough hit points for it to matter.
My minimum is 4.
Crack.
Hang on. Okay, I was gonna.
He's unconscious. He's unconscious.
Pulled punches. We're just knocking about so he doesn't burn
you see
the ropes.
The ropes begin to singe. They are very weakened.
Well,
if they'd left it any longer, they would have been free from their binds.
Well, when he comes around, I will do the thing that I started to say that I was going to do.
I warned him.
Make a medicine check.
Who, me?
Yeah, if you're waiting for them to come around.
5.
When someone is knocked unconscious, generally, within the rules of the game, it takes an hour for their... You would know that. It would take an hour at least for them to sort of come around without some kind of supernatural healing. Ben.
I have alchemist supplies, don't I?
What are you planning?
I believe you do. Yes, because you...
Then I am going to put what is the closest equivalent to smelling salts underneath his nose to wake him back up.
Make a medicine.
Can I put more rope around him?
You can.
I'm going to do that.
Is my rope gone from that?
It's severely weakened to the point where you don't really think you could use it for much or anything. Certainly, you want to suspend yourself from it. 19. You're yes. Sorry, who said 19?
Me.
Yeah. Smelling salts. It's not smelling salts so much as severely pungent herbs that you have. The ropes once again rebound stronger this time. Not stronger, just more of them, I suppose. They just... What happened? They strain against it again. They look like they're about to try it again, but they haven't yet. And they let the fire dim a little bit. They do not try and burn themselves out of this again.
Oh, he's
Cool,
awake.
because I was about to fucking piss on you or something to put the fire or some shit.
Is he awake now?
He is. Conscious, 1 hit point.
Brilliant. Cool. The thing I was doing while they were punching him, I guess. I will draw my sword and get right up into his face and show him the sword and see if, do you recognize this? It has dragons on it.
You say that.
That's my just intimidation.
Look at my dragon sword.
My dragon sword.
He says, no, I don't. But I feel the draconic connection to it. I feel it has the power of a beast. Or, no. He's going to make an insight check now. He rolled one to investigate, see.
Diana, you were getting power from this thing too?
He looks at it, and then his eyes go, not wide, but like really like cocked, like one eye goes after. That doesn't have the power of the beast beyond those doors, but it has something very similar. Different, but similar. Like a different dragon.
But it's a fire. There's fire.
There are more different types of fire dragons.
Does it have draconic letters on it? Is that something that it has on it?
I can't remember, but yes,
No.
yes, of course.
We tried interpreting that when I was reading the scripture a couple of sessions ago, and it was there wasn't anything there, was there?
On Diana's sword?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I specifically
It's
asked
been a
for
while.
it.
If there's nothing,
We've
yeah,
not
it'd
done
probably
that.
be like arcane runes rather than specifically draconic inscription. If we tried it before, I was going to do it as a rule of cool. Yeah, we could
Yeah,
put something on.
then go ahead. Rule of cool it. That's fine.
Because it says there's either dragon heads, claws, wings, scales, or draconic letters.
So you know that there is what looks like a golden scale at the base of the sword,
The
sort of
pommel.
at the hilt, on the pommel. Yep. I'm gonna say
Close to this
In
guy's draconic
draconic.
energy.
in draconic you can see runes. There are very few runes. All it just says on there is to protect the way.
Mysterious.
Okay.
It just says protect the way. I wouldn't say to protect. It just says protect the way.
Check the way. Well, that's vague. Cool.
Guys, we gotta get going.
Yeah, we got to catch up with him.
Glad we don't have to wait an hour. Yeah.
Who's gonna? I don't want to say it, but somebody should. Unless we're gonna knock him unconscious again, one of us should stay with this one. I'm quite happy to stay with him, or we can just.
Do you reckon?
I defer it to you guys. This is your call.
What happens if my dragon sword kills the guy? I don't know. That's not anything.
Go for it.
Just be nothing.
Steal his fire. Why
Do
not?
it.
Resistant to fire as well. So.
You know, I don't think you've been hit by this before. You've seen rather than like a burst of like flame, it's been like their scales have almost gone out like shrapnel.
Oh, that's probably still going to hurt.
Yeah, we probably don't want to kill this guy just in case he turns into the thing. At least not now.
Yeah, but he'll be conscious again in a bit, and then he can
An hour.
follow.
I'd really like to. Oh, what's right? I'd really like not to be knocked out if that's okay with all of you. That'd be good.
What? Listening to us talk about
yeah.
what we're going to
They're just. They're bound, but they can.
But you'll see our predicament, though, right?
Because you can get out at any time.
You get out and you kill us, or we knock you out, and then after a bit you kill us. You know what I mean? Or we just leave you here and then you kill us. I don't know.
Darla will say, if we knock him out, I think there might be something I can do that's very useful. I'm not going to kill him. But we won't have to... I would have to be with him. I wouldn't be able to go in there with you. And I think you guys are more than capable, but I think I might be able to... She shuffles up to you and beckons you to come down because she wants to whisper it in your ear. She doesn't even trust Fee's count with this.
Me or
you? Yeah, Diana. She's looking to Diana's leadership, absolutely. She just I think I might be able to alter his memories of this. It's not something I don't know. Maybe.
Okay.
It's not something I've ever done before, but when I was charming those things earlier and trying to break through, I don't know. I don't know if I can do it, and if we knock him out now and we have to wake him up and just have to get rid of him afterwards, at least we've done something. But if we can get him marching back in there saying, oh, these people saved us all and they released the beast and it's all going to be grand. And
how long will that take?
I don't know. I need to figure out how to do it as well. If we knock him unconscious for the hour, then I don't know. This is Sam saying that you can either decide that Darla is doing this or going into the fight with you.
I know. I'm training my dice to be.
As an option.
Yeah, I don't know.
We probably need every spare hand we can get.
Yeah, exactly. I don't want to leave her by herself.
She'll be with Splitlick.
Yeah. Can we not just bring them all along a little bit further? How far away?
He's lost so much blood, he can't.
Yeah, we can't.
We may be 200 feet from these double doors that are closed.
Oh,
they
okay.
are gigantic. They are 15 foot wide each.
Okay, they're not that far away then.
Then yeah, I think we.
Okay.
If you shout and holler and said we need you, they could probably be there in a couple of rounds.
Okay.
We're wasting so much time on this guy.
Yeah, and look after Splitlick, okay?
Yeah, I will do. I'll give him a bit of healing as well. I've not got loads left in me, but I will do.
No,
I don't have any healing because we established last. I'm gonna try and remember how to heal as well.
Yeah, I thought yeah. Okay. Then if she doesn't go in, then I'll be the only healer, and I don't have many either.
No, I don't have any healing spells because that's not what I'm about. But I feel like that should be what I'm about.
Yeah, it should be.
Honestly,
either.
I was making it too easy for you. I didn't want to take any of your friends. Sam doesn't have excuses. Sam doesn't need to have excuses.
I don't want to spend all my time healing these idiots when they just run into fire and stand in a fucking fire pit and fucking punch themselves sometimes.
Her whole thing is charming. She shouldn't have to. But what she will, she will say, do any of you... I'm fucking myself here, but I'm going to do it anyway. Before you go in there, it's only going to last a small amount of time. But I can make you feel braver. I can make you feel a bit hardier. She's offering to cast heroism.
Is that temporary? I'll take it.
It's not temporary. No, it is temporary hit points. Sorry, it's 5 temporary hit points. But she can offer that up to. I think she does have 1 4th level left, so she will use her last 4th level to cast it on 4 targets. You'll also be immune to the frightened condition whilst you're affected by this.
Goes the highlight for that one.
Mm-hmm.
Highlight.
Taxes, Diana. I don't know this quick.
Taxes, Diana.
Looking at highlight now, he's not trembling in fear anymore. He's just angry, more so than anything.
Okay.
About the other
Just
one.
as a note.
The other one that's up close. First of
Yeah.
all. You're gonna go up close with this.
No, Zeke.
Well, yeah,
Okay.
but then you sometimes do, and then it throws everyone.
Okay, I can ways out.
Like, oh god, the ranger is up close. Oh no.
Well, no, things get up close to him. It's more that realm of things.
It's fine. It's fine. It's fine.
Then she's going to cast this, and then you're going to go through. It's not going to be the full 1 minute, but we'll determine if and when a fight breaks out, how much of this you have left. It's not going to be a full 10 rounds, if that makes sense, but it's going to be enough and it's going to make an impact. I'm not going to say it just wears out, unless you really just sit down with them and have a whole hour-long conversation.
Yeah. No.
Even a minute-long conversation, but I'm going to be lenient and say that you have this active on you when you go into this.
All right. Let's do it.
All right. Cool.
Okay. I'm going to move you across to a map as you come up to these double doors. They are in front of you. They look like heavy doors. Can somebody make a athletics check in order to push them or pull them?
I hope it's a push and it's not. I don't accidentally pull it. I embarrass myself. Is there a clear sign saying push or pull?
There 100% is not terrible design in this place. But make the athletics check anyway. I'm already moving them, assuming you get this because you are.
I'll grow to 16 foot tall and then push it. Push it to the limit. Do I have advantage? And also, as 28.
As you, in your giant form, push forward. I should be more quiet. I have neighbors. And actually, no, I don't think I have neighbors yet. Still, you push it forward. People feel free to drag and drop your characters on there. We are going to be close to the end of our session here. As you reveal a room in front of you, brightly lit. I'm going to reveal it for you, and I'm going to describe it for our audience as well, as best I can. In the center of this room is a raised wall, circular wall, through which you can see a distension of heat in the air above it. You cannot see down there, but the camera, as we are a D&D stream, you can see down at the bottom is a silver symbol resting atop a pit of lava. Above that, a crane has been painstakingly made with split-lix cogs to lift a hammer made of suffering, forged in hatred, that you may have even helped in some way to create. Around you are similar golden dragon skulls to the ones you saw jetting flame on your way here, as well as great, almost like bone, but spectral bone skulls of dragons in all four corners of the rooms. Great braziers either side of the door light the room. You see standing on this wall, next to what looks like a heavy spherical weight attached to one end of a chain of this thing, is Siege, standing tall in their plate armor. Their halberd looks changed. It looks like it is glowing with red magic. As on the very far side of the room, you see a scrap metal depiction of some kind of humanoid-ish creature with wings and a grizzled grin with a fan of blades upon their breast. You see Grit, the giant goat, ready to serve as their mount at the base of their feet. As they walk along this wall and see the doors boom open as they are standing next to this thing. With a quick glance, I'm going to see how well this is depicted on here. There is currently, you're not seeing it at the moment in terms of direction, but there is the hammer, is in the form of this skull with horns here. You can see how if the counterweight goes down, this chain pulls up, and which would raise the hammer into the air. And when this chain runs out, there'll be nothing holding it, so this would rapidly plummet down, if that makes sense. So the counterweight's going to go down, lift the hammer up, and then once this runs out of chain, this is going to plummet down as we strike the symbol. They are standing next to the counterweight and look like they have their foot resting on it, ready to kick it into the lava as they look across to the lot of you as you enter through the door. They just have their eyes wide and open, looking towards you, halberd in both hands. And I think, unless there's something burning people want to say as a last word, that is where we will pick up next time.
I do want to say one thing, but like I don't know if we're gonna straight up attack him though. That's the thing.
I mean, he has his foot resting on this counterweight, ready to set this thing off. He knew something was up because Splitlick tried to stop him. I rolled for Splitlick. He did his best, but he was not too subtle about trying to stop him.
Are we attacking him? Like straight up?
I think we'll have to confront that next time.
Okay.
From the sounds of it.
Okay.
But the doors have boomed open. You have heroism cast on you, which is going to be good.
Write down the cool thing you're going to say.
Guy. It's only one word I can think of.
Fucker.
Fucker.
But yeah. Next episode, you fight over Mercatile's symbol. How are people feeling? Okay, too much?
Angry.
And
yes.
Yeah, this is
good.
Speaking about peak time, it is yeah. What, crack an egg for a dragon or something.
This is
Or
what
unplug.
That's the symbol.
Unplug the plug hole, whatever that.
Very, very tense.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. That
But-
was good.
Yeah. Thank you, Sam. Thank you everybody for watching as well. Bit of an awkward one with many, many wonderful tech issues causing problems, which is why I'm. Yeah. Which is why I'm now up here to try and make things easier-ish, which then means Bree has been doing a good job of trying to move everything around on both PCs while not really able to see everything.
Yeah.
She's a whiz kid at this point.
She's a wizard, Harry.
She's a wizard. Or a witch.
Talking of which,
Look at that, Tanya.
I hope someone else has got a link they can put in,
Links.
because
Just type.
we're a week and a bit into our Kickstarter, which has also been frying our brains. It's been going really well. We've reached our second stretch goal So we've been hard at work coming up with a witch hunter because we're doing a book on witches. So we thought, what better than to come up with their nemesis as a playable character class as well. So you can have that classic of having a witch in your and a witch hunter. I smell a sitcom. How will they ever get along?
They won't.
It'll be very awkward.
Like a house on fire.
Like a witch.
Which oddly enough, it worked out that they were a witch. Years. So, yeah, we also started on Monday. We a new mini campaign that we have been trying to get going for about 3 months, but tech issues have meant that we finally started Chasing Shadows on Monday. Level 15, high-powered characters, high stakes, high chance of dying quite terrifyingly. Yeah, on Monday as well. So that's our Monday stream. And then we've got Rapid Riders. Are we today? Are we continuing this terror next week?
Yep.
On Saturday as well, we also have our Cthulhu almost never monthly campaign. But yes, I think Doran, y'all are insane. Yeah, cool.
In the game? Or
I'm scared of doctors.
in the game? Or
Yes.
Yes. Cool.
yeah, you'll be able to catch Seb and Doran in our Cthulhu stream. Yeah.
Yeah. Wait, can you not do that anymore?
Not do what?
That's
Space.
no longer a thing.
Yeah, raid still
Okay, cool. No,
slash
I
raid
wasn't
should
sure.
still work.
Okay, cool. Yeah, we're going to be. Oh yeah, so I gotta put this map up again. Because this map is lush. And where was it made? No one's gonna say out. Was it made on Incarnate?
Incarnate.
Oh, amazing!
Yeah. That was made on Incarnate by me. Sorry.
Oh my God. Cool.
Bit of tech issues for us as well. Sorry. Yes, this was made on Incarnate. I didn't. Yes. All of the maps that we've seen in the last few episodes have been on Incarnate.
Cool.
Arafeth Wall, the bridge, the dragon heads. Yeah. Even the quartermaster's quarters where you were talking with Leah. Leah.
Yeah, so Incarnate are actually streaming at the moment, and we're gonna go over there and learn how to do some cool map shit. Yeah, map shit. Anyone else want to say anything?
I just want to say how that link was. It was.
Someone answered me. Come on. But yeah.
Yeah. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. We will see you Saturday and then Monday and then Wednesday.
Yes. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Thanks, guys, for watching. See you soon.
Bye.
Bye.
Put the faith to the test, the self-obsessed, self-confessed, self-professed, divinity, nobility. Your God is a fraud, so stop. We're done with the violence and the fury and the cruelty. I said we're done. We will win the war, we'll win the fight, the end's inside. All you see in us is barbarian, but all we want is to be equalitarian. We will rock, we will never stop, standing on the top of the hilltop, and we will mock, viciously, capriciously. We're tired of assault and the bigotry. You seem so full of wit and chivalry, but when we knock at your door, you'll break. We're done. We have fire in our veins and we will break these chains. We're done. We won't be ripped apart. You will be burned and battle scarred. We're tired of assault and bigotry. We'll stand and mock you viciously. Through music we captivate. Through songs and words we propagate. We'll mock and smear and slander. Infiltration, propaganda. After years is finally resolution. It's time to start the revolution. We're done. The time has come, we will stand together stronger than we've ever done. And like the sun, we will rise at dawn and never stop until we've won. The time has come, we will rise like the sun and we'll never run. And we will fight, fight till we won. We will bite, we will smite all through the night. We'll never sleep, never rest. Put the faith to the test, the self-obsessed, self-confessed, self-professed, divinity, nobility. Your God is a fraud, so stop. We're done with the violence and the fury and the cruelty. I said we're done. We will win the war, we'll win the fight, the end's inside. All you see in us is barbarian, but all we want is to be equalitarian. And we will rock, we will never stop, standing on the top of the hilltop, and we will mock viciously, capriciously. We're tired of assault and the bigotry. You seem so full of wit and chivalry, but when we knock at your door you'll break. We're done. We have fire in our veins and we will break these chains. We're done. We won't be ripped apart. You will be burned and battle scarred. We're tired of assault and bigotry. We'll stand and mock you viciously. Through music we captivate. Through songs and words we propagate. We'll mock and smear and slander. Infiltration, propaganda. After years is finally resolution. It's time to start the revolution. We're done. The time has come, we will stand together stronger than we've ever done. And like the sun, we will rise at dawn and never stop until we've won. The time has come, we will rise like the sun and we'll never run. And we will fight, fight till we won. We will bite, we will smite all through the night. We'll never sleep, never rest. Put the faith to the test, the self-obsessed, self-confessed, self-professed, divinity, nobility. Your God is a fraud, so stop. We're done with the violence and the fury and the cruelty. I said we're done. We will win the war, we'll win the fight, the end's inside. All you see in us is barbarian, but all we want is to be equalitarian. And we will rock, we will never stop, standing on the top of the hilltop, and we will mock viciously, capriciously. We're tired of assault and the bigotry. You seem so full of wit and chivalry, but when we knock at your door, you'll break. We're done. We have fire in our veins and we will break these chains. We're done. We won't be ripped apart. You will be burned and battle scarred. We're tired of assault and bigotry. We'll stand and mock you viciously. Through music we captivate. Through songs and words we propagate. We'll mock and smear and slander. Infiltration, propaganda. After years is finally resolution. It's time to start the revolution. We're done. The time has come, we will stand together stronger than we've ever done. And like the sun, we will rise at dawn and never stop until we've won. The time has come, we will rise like the sun and we'll never run. And we will fight, fight till we won. We will bite, we will smite all through the night. We'll never sleep, never rest. Put the faith to the test, the self-obsessed, self-confessed, self-professed, divinity, nobility. Your God is a fraud, so stop. We're done with the violence and the fury and the cruelty. I said we're done. We will win the war, we'll win the fight, the end's inside. All you see in us is barbarian, but all we want is to be equalitarian. And we will rock, we will never stop, standing on the top of the hilltop, and we will mock viciously, capriciously. We're tired of assault and the bigotry. You seem so full of wit and chivalry, but when we knock at your door, you'll break. We're done. We have fire in our veins and we will break these chains. We're done. We won't be ripped apart. You will be burned and battle scarred. We're tired of assault and bigotry. We'll stand and mock you viciously. Through music we captivate. Through songs and words we propagate. We'll mock and smear and slander. Infiltration, propaganda. After years is finally resolution. It's time to start the revolution. We're done. The time has come, we will stand together stronger than we've ever done. And like the sun, we will rise at dawn and never stop until we've won. The time has come, we will rise like the sun and we'll never run. And we will fight, fight till we won. We will bite, we will smite all through the night. We'll never sleep, never rest. Put the faith to the test, the self-obsessed, self-confessed, self-professed, divinity, nobility. Your God is a fraud, so stop. We're done with the violence and the fury and the cruelty. I said we're done. We will win the war, we'll win the fight, the end's inside. All you see in us is barbarian, but all we want is to be equalitarian. And we will rock, we will never stop. of the hilltop, and we will mock viciously, capriciously. We're tired of assault and the bigotry. You seem so full of wit and chivalry, but when we knock at your door, you'll break. We're done. We have fire in our veins, and we will break these chains. We're done. We won't be ripped apart. You will be burned and battle scarred. We're tired of assault and bigotry. We'll stand and mock you viciously. Through music we captivate. Through songs and words we propagate. We'll mock and smear and slander. Infiltration, propaganda. After years is finally resolution. It's time to start the revolution. We're done. The time has come, we will stand together stronger than we've ever done. And like the sun, we will rise at dawn and never stop until we've won. The time has come, we will rise like the sun and we'll never run. And we will fight, fight till we won. We will bite, we will smite all through the night. We'll never sleep, never rest. Put the faith to the test, the self-obsessed, self-confessed, self-professed divinity, nobility. Your God is a fraud, so stop. We're done with the violence and the fury and the cruelty. I said we're done. We will win the war, we'll win the fight, the end's inside. All you see in us is barbarian, but all we want is to be equalitarian. And we will rock, we will never stop, standing on the top of the hilltop, and we will mock viciously, capriciously. We're tired of assault and the bigotry. You seem so full of wit and chivalry, but when we knock at your door, you'll break. We're done. We have fire in our veins, and we will break these chains. We're done. We won't be ripped apart. You will be burned and battle scarred. We're tired of assault and bigotry. We'll stand and mock you viciously. Through music we captivate. Through songs and words we propagate. We'll mock and smear and slander. Infiltration, propaganda. After years is finally resolution. It's time to start the revolution. We're done. The time has come, we will stand together stronger than we've ever done. And like the sun, we will rise at dawn and never stop until we've won. The time has come, we will rise like the sun and we'll never run. And we will fight, fight till we won. We will bite, we will smite all through the night. We'll never sleep, never rest. Put the faith to the test, the self-obsessed, self-confessed, self-professed divinity, nobility. Your God is a fraud, so stop. We're done with the violence and the fury and the cruelty. I said we're done. We will win the war, we'll win the fight, the end's inside. All you see in us us is barbarian, but all we want is to be equalitarian. We will rock, we will never stop, standing on the top of the hilltop, and we will mock viciously, capriciously. We're tired of assault and the bigotry. You seem so full of wit and chivalry, but when we knock at your door, you'll break. We're done. We have fire in our veins, and we will break these chains. We're done. We won't be ripped apart. You will be burned and battle scarred. We're tired of assault and bigotry. We'll stand and mock you viciously. Through music we captivate, through songs and words we propagate. We'll mock and smear and slander, infiltration, propaganda. After years is finally resolution. It's time to start the revolution. We're done. The time has come, we will stand together stronger than we've ever done. And like the sun, we will rise at dawn and never stop until we've won. The time has come, we will rise like the sun and we'll never run. And we will fight, fight till we won. We will bite, we will smite all through the night. We'll never sleep, never rest. Put the faith to the test, the self-obsessed, self-confessed, self-professed divinity, nobility. Your God is a fraud, so stop. We're done with the violence and the fury and the cruelty. I said we're done. We will win the war, we'll win the fight, the end's inside. All you see in us is barbarian, but all we want is to be equalitarian. We will rock, we will never stop, standing on the top of the hilltop, and we will mock viciously, capriciously. We're tired of assault and the bigotry. You seem so full of wit and chivalry, but when we knock at your door, you'll break. We're done. We have fire in our veins, and we will break these chains. We're done. We won't be ripped apart. You will be burned and battle scarred. We're tired of assault and bigotry. We'll stand and mock you viciously. Through music we captivate, through songs and words we propagate. We'll mock and smear and slander, infiltration, propaganda. After years is finally resolution. It's time to start the revolution. We're done. The time has come, we will stand together stronger than we've ever done. And like the sun, we will rise at dawn and never stop until we've won. The time has come, we will rise like the sun and we'll never run. And we will fight, fight till we won. We will bite, we will smite all through the night. We'll never sleep, never rest. Put the faith to the test, the self-obsessed, self-confessed, self-professed divinity, nobility. Your God is a fraud, so stop. We're done with the violence and the fury and the cruelty. I said we're done. We will win to be equalitarian. We will rock, we will never stop. Standing on the top of the hilltop, and we will mock. Viciously, capriciously, we're tired of assault and the bigotry. You seem so full of wit and chivalry, but when we knock at your door, you'll break. We're done. We have fire in our veins, and we will break these chains. We're done. We won't be ripped apart. You will be burned and battle scarred. We're tired of assault and bigotry. We'll stand and mock you viciously. Through music we captivate. Through songs and words we propagate. We'll mock and smear and slander. Infiltration, propaganda. After years is finally resolution. It's time to start the revolution. We're done. The time has come, we will stand together stronger than we've ever done. And like the sun, we will rise at dawn and never stop until we've won. The time has come, we will rise like the sun and we'll never run. And we will fight, fight till we won. We will bite, we will smite all through the night. We'll never sleep, never rest. Put the faith to the test, the self-obsessed, self-confessed, self-professed, divinity, nobility. Your God is a fraud, so stop. We're done with the violence and the fury and the cruelty. I said we're done. We will win the war, we'll win the fight, the end's inside. All you see in us is barbarian, but all we want is to be equalitarian. We will rock, we will never stop. Standing on the top of the hilltop, and we will mock. Viciously, capriciously, we're tired of assault and the bigotry. You seem so full of wit and chivalry, but when we knock at your door, you'll break. We're done. We have fire in our veins, and we will break these chains. We're done. We won't be ripped apart. You will be burned and battle scarred. We're tired of assault and bigotry. We'll stand and mock you viciously. Through music we captivate. Through songs and words we propagate. We'll mock and smear and slander. Infiltration, propaganda. After years is finally resolution. It's time to start the revolution. We're done. The time has come, we will stand together stronger than we've ever done. And like the sun, we will rise at dawn and never stop until we've won. The time has come, we will rise like the sun and we'll never run. And we will fight, fight till we won. We will bite, we will smite all through the night. We'll never sleep, never rest. Put the faith to the test, the self-obsessed, self-confessed, self-professed, divinity, nobility. Your God is a fraud, so stop. We're done with the violence and the fury and the cruelty. I said we're done. We will win the war, we'll win the fight, the end. barbarian, but all we want is to be equalitarian. We will rock, we will never stop, standing on the top of the hilltop, and we will mock. Viciously, capriciously, we're tired of assault and the bigotry. You seem so full of wit and chivalry, but when we knock at your door you'll break. We're done. We have fire in our veins and we will break these chains. We're done. We won't be ripped apart. You will be burned and battle scarred. We're tired of assault and bigotry. We'll stand and mock you viciously. Through music we captivate. Through songs and words we propagate. We'll mock and smear and slander. Infiltration, propaganda. After years is finally resolution. It's time to start the revolution. We're done. The time has come, we will stand together stronger than we've ever done. And like the sun, we will rise at dawn and never stop until we've won. The time has come, we will rise like the sun and we'll never run. And we will fight, fight till we won. We will bite, we will smite all through the night. We'll never sleep, never rest. Put the faith to the test, the self-obsessed, self-confessed, self-professed, divinity, nobility. Your God is a fraud, so stop. We're done with the violence and the fury and the cruelty. I said we're done. We will win the war, we'll win the fight, the end's inside. All you see in us is barbarian, but all we want is to be equalitarian. We will rock, we will never stop, standing on the top of the hilltop, and we will mock. Viciously, capriciously, we're tired of assault and the bigotry. You seem so full of wit and chivalry, but when we knock at your door you'll break. We're done. We have fire in our veins and we will break these chains. We're done. We won't be ripped apart. You will be burned and battle scarred. We're tired of assault and bigotry. We'll stand and mock you viciously. Through music we captivate. Through songs and words we propagate. We'll mock and smear and slander. Infiltration, propaganda. After years is finally resolution. It's time to start the revolution. We're done. The time has come, we will stand together stronger than we've ever done. And like the sun, we will rise at dawn and never stop until we've won. The time has come, we will rise like the sun and we'll never run. And we will fight, fight till we won. We will bite, we will smite all through the night. We'll never sleep, never rest. Put the faith to the test, the self-obsessed, self-confessed, self-professed, divinity, nobility. Your God is a fraud, so stop. We're done with the violence and the fury and the cruelty. I said we're done. We will win the war, to be equalitarian. We will rock, we will never stop. Standing on the top of the hilltop, and we will mock. Viciously, capriciously, we're tired of assault and the bigotry. You seem so full of wit and chivalry, but when we knock at your door, you'll break. We're done. We have fire in our veins, and we will break these chains. We're done. We won't be ripped apart. You will be burned and battle scarred. We're tired of assault and bigotry. We'll stand and mock you viciously. Through music we captivate. Through songs and words we propagate. We'll mock and smear and slander. Infiltration, propaganda. After years is finally resolution. It's time to start the revolution. We're done. The time has come, we will stand together stronger than we've ever done. And like the sun, we will rise at dawn and never stop until we've won. The time has come, we will rise like the sun and we'll never run. And we will fight, fight till we won. We will bite, we will smite all through the night. We'll never sleep, never rest. Put the faith to the test, the self-obsessed, self-confessed, self-professed, divinity, nobility. Your God is a fraud, so stop. We're done with the violence and the fury and the cruelty. I said we're done. We will win the war, we'll win the fight, the end's inside. All you see in us is barbarian, but all we want is to be equalitarian. We will rock, we will never stop. Standing on the top of the hilltop, and we will mock. Viciously, capriciously, we're tired of assault and the bigotry. You seem so full of wit and chivalry, but when we knock at your door, you'll break. We're done. We have fire in our veins, and we will break these chains. We're done. We won't be ripped apart. You will be burned and battle scarred. We're tired of assault and bigotry. We'll stand and mock you viciously. Through music we captivate. Through songs and words we propagate. We'll mock and smear and slander. Infiltration, propaganda. After years is finally resolution. It's time to start the revolution. We're done. The time has come, we will stand together stronger than we've ever done. And like the sun, we will rise at dawn and never stop until we've won. The time has come, we will rise like the sun and we'll never run. And we will fight, fight till we won. We will bite, we will smite all through the night. We'll never sleep, never rest. Put the faith to the test, the self-obsessed, self-confessed, self-professed, divinity, nobility. Your God is a fraud, so stop. We're done with the violence and the fury and the cruelty. I said we're done. We will win the war, we'll win the fight, the end. barbarian, but all we want is to be equalitarian. And we will rock, we will never stop, standing on the top of the hilltop, and we will mock viciously, capriciously. We're tired of assault and the bigotry. You seem so full of wit and chivalry, but when we knock at your door, you'll break. We're done. We have fire in our veins, and we will break these chains. We're done. We won't be ripped apart. You will be burned and battle scarred. We're tired of assault and bigotry. We'll stand and mock you viciously. Through music we captivate. Through songs and words we propagate. We'll mock and smear and slander. Infiltration, propaganda. After years is finally resolution. It's time to start the revolution. We're done. The time has come, we will stand together stronger than we've ever done. And like the sun, we will rise at dawn and never stop until we've won. The time has come, we will rise like the sun and we'll never run. And we will fight, fight till we won. We will bite, we will smite all through the night. We'll never sleep, never rest. Put the faith to the test, the self-obsessed, self-confessed, self-professed, divinity, nobility. Your God is a fraud, so stop. We're done with the violence and the fury and the cruelty. I said we're done. We will win the war, we'll win the fight, the end's inside. All you see in us is barbarian, but all we want is to be equalitarian. And we will rock, we will never stop, standing on the top of the hilltop, and we will mock viciously, capriciously. We're tired of assault and the bigotry. You seem so full of wit and chivalry, but when we knock at your door, you'll break. We're done. We have fire in our veins, and we will break these chains. We're done. We won't be ripped apart. You will be burned and battle scarred. We're tired of assault and bigotry. We'll stand and mock you viciously. Through music we captivate. Through songs and words we propagate. We'll mock and smear and slander. Infiltration, propaganda. After years is finally resolution. It's time to start the revolution. We're done. The time has come, we will stand together stronger than we've ever done. And like the sun, we will rise at dawn and never stop until we've won. The time has come, we will rise like the sun and we'll never run. And we will fight, fight till we won. We will bite, we will smite all through the night. We'll never sleep, never rest. Put the faith to the test, the self-obsessed, self-confessed, self-professed, divinity, nobility. Your God is a fraud, so stop. We're done with the violence and the fury and the cruelty. I said we're done. We will win the war. be equalitarian. We will rock, we will never stop. Standing on the top of the hilltop, and we will mock. Viciously, capriciously, we're tired of assault and the bigotry. You seem so full of wit and chivalry, but when we